Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Needles at the Ready podcast.
Hi, everyone.
This is our YouTube channel podcast where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, and yarn buying, which is a sport.
It is a sport.
And it should be in the Olympics.
Correct. We are yarn athletes.
Would it be summer Olympics? I guess winter Olympics, right?
Well, you can knit all year round. That's the...
But the buying of yarn. I guess
no, we still buy yarn all the time. Because in the fall and the winter, you have, Christmas colorways and winter colorways and...
Oh, well, you know what?
Summertime colorways.
We just jumped into it. But, today's Sunday, August 21st. We're coming to you guys a day late.
We are.
Yesterday, we had to get our hair cut.
Yeah.
And it was later in the afternoon than normal.
Right.
We normally go at like 9.
Right.
And our appointment was at 11:45. So that kind of threw off our day. And we don't do well in the afternoon recording. We don't have
Especially
that energy.
after lunch, which we ended up having Wendy's yesterday and had some Baconators and French fries and...
Yeah, so we postponed a day. So here we are. This is episode 68.
Is it?
We are coming to you guys from Stratford, Connecticut, where we live together with our dog Tarquin.
Yes. Kevin lives in a separate room.
I do.
Just kidding.
I live on the couch.
Kevin lives on the couch. No. Yeah, so this is exciting. We have so much to share with you today. We have a lot on the knitting side and crochet side, I guess.
Yeah, we have a lot of knitting, crocheting.
But you can see it's been very unfocused, for me anyway.
We do have some yarn dyeing, too.
Yes, I can't wait for you to show
we have
what you did.
A future cast on.
We do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? I have too many future cast-ons. I've been very good. I wanted to cast on everything.
I kind of do, too. Like, I want to work on some smaller stuff, but I really want to get the bigger stuff done.
Yes.
So I'm really holding back. I actually took out a project to use the yarn in a different project.
Wow.
So let's do admin-y stuff first, because there's not a lot of that. We have 2 knit-alongs going on.
Yeah.
We have our Let's Hear It for the Boys, which ends next Wednesday, the 31st.
Right. This will be the last podcast that we have prior to the end of the knit-along, or make-along. So get everything in Ravelry or Instagram. Our last couple of prizes came. We have so many prizes. We actually need to lay them out because I don't even know.
We have more than we need for this one. So some of it will be used for the second one.
Or we just choose multiple winners.
Or we could. Or we could use it for the second one.
We could.
As well. We'll see.
Who knows? The world is our oyster. It's our podcast. We do whatever we want.
So we have a hashtag, which is hashtag NATRBoys2022.
Yep.
We have a Ravelry chatter thread and an FO thread, so definitely take advantage of those.
Yes, and we'll pull winners from all 3.
Correct.
Okay.
And then our second one is our Westies Unite. It is a Stephen West knit-along that we are co-hosting with Michael from Piece for Piece Crafting.
Yes.
So if you're not following him or watching his channel, head on over, watch, and subscribe. And like.
Mm-hmm. It's been so awesome. You guys are so excited, just as excited as we are to have the Westies United, Unite podcast or make along. Knit along. Yeah, it's a knit along. I don't think he has any other projects.
Somebody had asked you if they could turn one of his knit patterns into a crochet. So absolutely,
that would be amazing. And please, if you do that, make sure that you
tag us.
Yeah, and leave what you did because that's really really cool.
And that hashtag is hashtag NATR Peace. Which piece did we choose?
PEACE.
There you go.
Peace.
And Michael has a Ravelry thread. We have Ravelry threads. So use those. One pattern. So we went over a lot of patterns last week or last episode. Mm-hmm. One pattern somebody mentioned, and I'm surprised we didn't talk about.
Me too. I know exactly what you're going to say.
The Boneyard.
Boneyard.
Because it's a free pattern.
That was my very first Stephen West pattern that I've ever knit. Was Boneyard.
I know, and I showed mine recently too. Remember I did the striped one with the navy and
I actually just put it away.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. So last week, this room was a disaster, and our spaum gets...
to become a disaster.
So we kind of straightened everything up, organized all of our knits, put everything away. Of course, now we're going to be pulling it back out again in a month, but... Correct. All good.
So that's all the admin-y stuff, I think.
Yeah.
So we don't mention this typically in the beginning, and if you don't make it to the end of the episode, you don't get to take advantage of our coupon codes.
Oh, good call.
Which are down below.
Yes.
We go over them in detail.
Yep.
Right before we get to acquisitions, but feel free to look down below. We also have a Ravelry thread with the coupon codes and that. So I think that's all the admin stuff, right?
Yeah, I want to actually see if anybody's been taking advantage of the NATR piece hashtag on Insta. Oh,
You should follow
guys
that.
have. I did. Oh, I don't. Shh. Needles at the Ready does.
Oh, okay.
Now I do too. You can find our Instagram we never talk about this at all, but all of our contact information is also in the show notes, which is down below this video. So I'm Ray J Knits on Ravelry and ray.j.knits on Instagram. If you guys want to shoot me a follow, be my friend.
I'm Kevin.Michael80 on Instagram, and I changed my Ravelry name where it's Kevin Michael 80. So we have to update that. I don't know that we've updated the show notes with it.
I don't know if we have either.
So we'll have to do that.
So people have been posting on the NATR piece hashtag, and somebody finished their lava lake. Beth, if you finished your lava lake, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
That's really pretty.
Isn't
I
it
love
gorgeous?
the dark strip right in the middle.
Me
That's
too.
fantastic. Yeah, that's a great color.
Really
combo.
good. Oh, and we're allowing whips. So even if you only have a
there's
few was your dad a raise?
Yeah.
Even if you only have a few like rows to do it. And it goes on forever.
Yeah, it goes on until the end of November, you guys.
Don't wait for the mystery knit along. Do something small now. He just posted some socks that he did.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to release it as a pattern. I didn't really look.
I believe he's going to.
These colors are gorgeous.
I know. You know what I just thought?
This is a dotted raise. Look how beautiful.
I love dotted rays. I may do another one out of my Le Garçon club.
Oh, so I actually was thinking I might use the clubs to do the mystery knit along.
Oh, maybe.
Right? We'll have all those minis, but
it depends
we'll
on
see.
if you need 2 skeins of a color.
Maybe.
So we'll have to wait until October for that,
Maybe.
most likely.
I mean, good thing we know the dyer, maybe. I'm just kidding. All right, so that's pretty much that.
Yeah. So let's talk about our 2 weeks.
Okay. Excuse me, that went down the wrong pipe. I'm still trying to have my morning coffee.
So let's see. Tarquin got sprayed by a skunk.
Right in the face.
Right in the face the Monday after our last podcast. So we're going on 2 weeks. He still kind of smells, so that's fantastic. What a good way to wake up.
And everywhere's out of deskunker. I did find some, finally.
But he had already been bathed, so it doesn't work as well because it's already kind of set.
I couldn't do nothing. It was 5 o'clock in the morning, and he gets up every day. We get up together at like around 5 o'clock in the morning, Tarquin and me. And because the sun doesn't want to come out at 5 o'clock in the morning, I always go out in the backyard with him with a flashlight. When we both do, like at nighttime, it's the same thing. Just because we have there's wildlife everywhere. We live on a very main road, but you wouldn't think that. You would think that we are filming for the Discovery Channel in our backyard.
Seriously.
So anyway, we have families of raccoons and all this other stuff down there outside too. So long story short, I was outside in the backyard, shining my flashlight on him, watching him, and the next thing you know, he bolts, and I turn around and I see a tail go underneath the fence, a white tail, and I said, uh-oh. And I didn't smell anything, so I was like, okay, we're safe. And then, of course, the minute we both get inside the house, that's when it hit me. Ugh, it's the worst.
If you have not experienced it, it's a different smell than, outside.
Yes.
I don't know if it's because it's so, potent on him.
It smells like
I don't know what it is. But it woke, it was in my nose and my throat when I woke up, and I knew before even going downstairs that I got sprayed. So, all right, so that was that.
Okay, so that was some drama. He's okay, though. He's totally fine.
He went and he got his nails clipped yesterday when we got our hair cut. We took him to get his nails clipped. You finished school?
I did.
On Friday?
So I was saying to Kevin, this is going to be a really chatty episode, but you all know. So I finished my degree, my bachelor's degree. So with nursing, for those of you who know, nursing is an interesting field, is that you can... I graduated nursing school, after taking, 2 years prior to that of, classes and then 2 years of nursing school, you still don't finish with a degree unless you're entered into, a BSN program or a bachelor's degree program or whatever. So I was able to, work as a nurse. My trajectory of, my career, I've been very lucky that I've been progressing. And I finally was I need to really finish my degree because I want to get my master's and maybe my DNP. I'm not sure. So long story short, I finished my BSN on Friday night. this past week has been, you'll see with my knitting, it's just all over the place because I just been like there's so much stuff for school. And so I submitted my final, my last assignment for one of my classes. I was taking 2 of them. And I was just like, okay, that's it. So then I came downstairs and I don't know, in my head I'm like, okay, that was very anticlimactic. Like, now
I know
what?
you wanted like
and
trumpets.
so I wanted trumpets, fanfare. I was hoping Kevin would be down there with a harp playing and some champagne.
You have
and I was like,
married the wrong man.
I said, I'm done. He said, good for you. And I'm like, I guess I'll go to bed. I don't know. It was like so anticlimactic. I was a little depressed afterwards, but I'm really, really proud of myself. It took me a couple of years to get it done while working full time. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm looking into some master's programs, which I'm going to get right into pretty soon. I have to wait for like my diploma to come and all of that stuff to be finished. But yeah, so that was really, really, it's exciting now. It was not exciting that day. I went through like depression. And then I even looked up some articles, or like I Googled it. It's a real thing, apparently, postgraduate depression or something like that, or post-collegiate depression. I don't know. But I'm not depressed. I feel really good.
Speaking of Google, guys, I don't know where I saw this, and I don't know why I've never seen this before.
You showed me this last night.
But you guys need to Google this guy. Like, what? The Canadian marble fox. I want one.
I want one too. I said it. Look at his little paw.
Oh my God.
How cute his little paw is.
I can't deal with how cute that thing is.
I know.
It looks like it would be a Pokemon character or something.
It does.
It's so adorable. Okay, back to you.
No, that's all I have to say about that. But that was really exciting news over the past 2 weeks. It was a lot of work the last week, but
good job.
Dunzos.
I have the band coming over later for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. You got that case of champagne coming, some glass of wine.
And
I didn't even crack a beer. I was just like, I sat down on the couch, I knit for like a couple of rows, and I just said...
I know, and then you were like, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, I was like so depressed.
And then last weekend we went and hit up a couple shops on the I-91 Shop Hop. We went to U&U Fiber in Windsor, Connecticut.
Yes. I always forget the town.
And that is the
It's
owner's
beautiful
Rachel.
town. Yeah.
And Katie from Katie Did Bags was there. And also...
Silver Key Stitches was there,
Yes,
which was really great. We saw them at Connecticut Sheep and Wool. And I don't know if you guys remember, there was that comment that Kevin's flashlight was on in his pants. Did we talk about this?
We did. And she
totally remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
That's an icebreaker right there. Is that a flashlight in your pocket?
And then we went to Knit New Haven, of course. And then we went to Haven Hot Chicken, and I made a change to my order, guys.
You did.
I got honey to put on top of my chicken. It was damn good.
Yeah, you were very excited about it. Yeah, I'm not a huge honey person.
I'm not a
raw honey person.
I like honey.
I know you do.
And I think that's kind of been it. So, we're going to talk about something else. Well, something else in the last 2 weeks. I signed up to do a preview knit.
You did.
For a sweater that's going to be released later this year. So my knitting on it's going to be secret. Mm-hmm. But so I signed up and I had to wait. And I love that.
We say that all the time.
I do. So I had to fill out a form to sign up. I got approved to do it, or chosen. I got chosen to participate in this preview knit.
Pikachu,
and the yarn came.
You.
It is a worsted weight sweater that's going to be all over cables and I think seed stitch. So here's the yarn.
It's a heck of a lot of yarn. So it's gorgeous yarn.
This is Brooklyn Tweed Shelter. So I have said, and I don't know if I've said it on here, but I've said to Rand...
You've been wanting this for a long time.
That I've wanted to knit a pink sweater.
Right.
And Max had recommended, I believe, this color, which is called Postcard from Brooklyn Tweed. It's very gray.
It is showing up more gray, but
you can see that there's this pink and red flecks in it. Mm-hmm. So it has this pink undertone. I'm really excited.
Me too. It looks so different in the different types of lights too.
Yes.
I think it's going to be
which we're going to
gorgeous.
talk about a little more in depth later. But
And the cables are going to pop because usually cables pop. Cables are much more like visually prominent when they're on like lighter color yarn.
And when you're using non-superwash, because the way that it kind of blooms and it's a sturdier yarn, so it makes them pop, I think, more than a superwash does. So I have 14 skeins of shelter in postcard.
You've also always said when you started knitting that like one of your dreams is to knit a sweater out of shelter.
I think
like you've always wanted to knit a sweater out of shelter.
Yes.
Sweater.
It's not a cheap yarn.
No.
By any means, but if you can, I think people should. I love.
Well, you say that
Brooklyn
now, but
tweed.
you haven't actually knit a sweater yet in it.
No, I was going to say, sir,
Okay, sassafras.
Brooklyn tweed yarn.
Oh yeah, I have some Brooklyn tweed to show today.
I do too. That I'm knitting.
Look
with.
at us.
So, yeah. So I'm excited. So I am not going to be able to show it though until the end of November.
Okay.
So I think I don't have to have the sweater done, but the pattern will be released, I think, mid-December, and I can start showing it 2 weeks prior to.
Lovely.
So after Rhinebeck, that will be my main focus. That and my Stephen West MCal will be the two things that I focus on.
Right.
And it is worsted weight, so I think it's going to knit up pretty quickly.
Oh, I think so too. And the cable, I think it's gorgeous.
I
can
can't
only
wait.
share with you guys that it's very gorgeous, and so very exciting stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, knitting wise, I have 2 whips. I said to Ray, I haven't completed anything since my John sweater.
Don't put pressure on
a
yourself.
month
It doesn't
ago.
matter.
I
You
know.
knit big things, and you will talk about it. But you had some changes to your sweater that took up some time.
Correct. So I have 2 whips.
I have one finished object. Wink, wink. And I have.
Do you know? I just thought oh, you do. What is it?
And I have 3 whips. One of them's a new cast on that you haven't seen. The other 2, I'm just slugging away on. I'm not making much progress, but I did work on them, so I'm going to show them. And then they're going to be kind of my primary focus for right now. But I think I'm also going to cast on a pair of socks, but we can talk about that after.
Okay. So you take it away.
So I don't know if you have heard about this pattern before. Certainly not from me. But I finished... I finished the So Basic Sweater by Maxim Sear. And I've been showing this probably since... Oh, I can actually tell you. But this is the sweater. Oh, and so is this. So, I finally finished. I used Primrose yarn. In Comet was the colorway. It's in their house base, which is it's a 2-ply fingering, 50% merino, 50% Shetland. I used 4 full skeins, and then I broke into the 5th, but I still have a whole bunch left. And I can tell you all the details, but I'm sure y'all want to see the sweater.
Where's your notebook living in?
My notebook is living in my Delic Hue Maker's bag. No. Case.
Yep.
Which we love so much. And... Oh, so it's actually here. I started this on March 1st. And I finished this on August 14th. And I have... Didn't I write down how much I have 89.4 grams left.
Oh, that's a significant amount.
Yeah. Good, you don't need to connect.
All right, she's got to stop.
Yeah, she's
you
bizarre.
guys probably can't hear her, but the Echo device is being stupid.
She is, because we never put her back on our home network. She's still going.
She's still talking to us.
Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Okay, so you ready? So, this is it. I don't have much room to stand around. So this is it. This is the So Basic.
It fits very well.
Thanks. I'm really excited about it. I usually wear my sleeves rolled up, but I'll show you down. So where I was last time, I had I pretty much knit an entire sleeve. That's what I had left. Oh, look, it's wrinkly from sitting down. I didn't do any major modifications at all to this. I did screw up my sleeve decreases a little bit, but I broke them all down, and I ended up doing. I can probably sit down, but this is it. So this is how
it fits well.
I think it fits. Right,
well. So you have the detail here on the sleeve.
Yep, and that goes all the way up.
Did you?
It's a raglan. I love the fabric. Like, you guys can see how drapey it is.
Very nice.
You can see I have some positive ease. So I have about, I think I did it with about 5 inches of positive ease. So, like, you can see my rolls, but it's quite a bit of positive ease. It's maybe 5.
No, it doesn't look like a lot though. So when you hear positive ease, sometimes it you can think that it would be too big, but this looks like a normal size.
Yeah, and I'm wearing it with shorts.
Yeah.
So I think it's fun, like, with shorts. It's a nice, like, transition piece, but it would also look nice, I think, too, with
it's gonna be
dress it up. Oh, it's totally an everyday perfect
sweater.
staple. I was saying to Kevin, the only part that's missing is a pocket, and I don't know if I actually want to do a pocket, or not, because I like how simple and, like, stapley it is, if that makes sense. I did everything except for, like I said, the sleeves to pattern. What I did with the sleeves was, because I screwed up my decreases, so I knit 10 decreases every 8 rows, and then I did 6 decreases every 4 rows, and then 7 decreases every 2 rows, and I got down to the recommended count for my cuff.
I thought you had
extra, and I had an extra 4 stitches.
I was gonna say that's what I thought.
So so whatever the count was, say it was 50, I had 54 before I started. I did a tubular cast on here. I did a sewn bind off.
I do like a sewn bind off.
Me too. I think it looks nice. Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just the yarn when I first put it on, it was pretty itchy. But now I feel like I'm used to it, so I'm actually quite comfortable in it. I'm a little warm though, just because it's 80 something degrees up here.
I feel like it's cooled down quite a bit since we've sat down. I'm always warm, like, right when we sit down, because we're, like, moving around
and doing the stairs and bringing stuff upstairs and stuff. What else can I tell you? So I knit the size medium, or the 3rd size, which is recommended for a 41.5 inch chest. My chest is 42 inches. So the gauge that's recommended, I got it was a little bit different for me. So the recommended gauge is 26 stitches per 4 inches and 30 rounds. My gauge was 24 stitches and 30 rounds, which got me the 4 inches. So what I ended up doing is, because my chest is 42, I went down a size. So, like, I would have knit the 44 inch or whatever chest is to get that positive ease, but because my gauge was bigger, which means that I knit a little bit looser than Max did. In order to get that positive ease, I went down a size. So I blocked it also, and I didn't have to pin it or anything like that. So yeah, so it fits to this is the size that I got. I used the recommended needles, US 4 and a US 3. A fingering weight sweater takes forever and a day.
So we'll talk about that too. So I want to go back for a sec and talk about the gauge, right? Mm-hmm. So somebody had asked us about this. So you got 24 stitches.
Yes.
Per 4 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, 6 stitches an inch.
Yep.
And you have a 42 inch chest.
Yep.
So you needed, for no positive ease, that would give you 252 stitches on your needles.
Mm-hmm.
So what you did to determine the size that you wanted is you looked for the size closest to this number of stitches.
At the widest part of my
chest.
chest.
The widest part of your chest.
Yep.
And then from there, that's how you chose your size. To
Correct.
see after your sleeve separation. Mm-hmm. If it said after sleeve separation, you would have 252 stitches on your needles. That's the size that you picked.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Does that make sense?
Correct.
Yes.
So, and then talking about a fingering weight sweater again, and you saying it takes forever and a day. We were talking about this last night, and I told him I heard this. I watched the Grocery Girls this week, and Tracy said, if you've knit a 5 skein fingering weight shawl, if you need that same amount of yarn for a fingering weight sweater, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. So 100. I agree.
I was like, oh, that kind of makes a lot of sense.
I agree. And I broke this up, and I had other projects in between, obviously, but you're absolutely right. Because so I technically knit 4. It was a 4. Right. It's a 4 skein shawl. So we hear those things all the time, right? Like, oh, this is a 5 skein shawl. This is a 4 skein shawl. But then you hear fingering weight sweater, and you're like, oh gosh.
I know. It's your perception. It's how you.
It is your perception.
It doesn't take any longer than a 5 skein shawl.
Right. That's
really
true. Depending on the techniques and because
yeah,
even our slip extravaganzas took forever.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say is I gauge everything to my slip extravaganza, and if it has less than 1,000 stitches, I'm like, I'm cool, I'm good.
Did it? Done. So I am extremely happy with this. I know it's so basic. But I will definitely be bringing this to Rhinebeck with me. I think this is going to be just such a nice piece. It doesn't have to be all like fancy color work and crazy designs,
I think what's cool about this too is that because now you've knit it and you know that it fits well, you could do another one with a completely different yarn. You could leave off the sleeve details if you wanted to.
I actually love the sleeve details.
No, I love them too, but I'm just saying that's a good recipe for a fingering weight raglan sweater for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. So I'm extremely satisfied, and I recommend this pattern highly. Highly recommended. And it's fun because this was if I wear it to Rhinebeck or bring it with me to Rhinebeck.
You're bringing it with you to Rhinebeck.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah,
so then why say if?
Okay, so when I bring this with me to Rhinebeck.
Good job. There you go. Positive reinforcement.
It's the yarn that I bought at Rhinebeck last year.
Yeah.
And now I knit a sweater out of the and actually knit the intended pattern with the intended yarn.
Yes, look at that.
For the intended event. Only a year later.
Good job.
Thanks. So I'm super proud, super happy. I love it. It's super.
Did you want like trumpets, some champagne, maybe a harp
please.
going? Okay, good.
I would like a harp.
Go buy one then.
Because trumpets can be so loud.
Go buy one.
Yeah, just one.
Are you gonna like take YouTube classes on how to play a harp?
No, I couldn't. But I don't know what this is. So, this is how we play the harp. How do you play the harp?
All right. You keep going. Because I only have 2 whips.
Okay.
So I'll go in between your... You have 4 whips? How many whips?
3. I only have 3.
So I'll go in between your whips.
Okay. This is a new cast on, but I did talk about this, and I showed the yarn before. This is another intended pattern for the yarn. This is my favorite bag, pretty much, of all time. This is a Lila Styles bag. And in here...
It's so nostalgic. I love it.
Isn't it so good? Speaking of nostalgia, we can talk about it afterwards. That's
what? No,
nothing.
Now go.
Well, I was going to say that we started watching last night.
Oh, we started watching Supernatural. Ray's never seen it.
No.
And I only got up to season 6, so we got through 3 episodes last night.
Yeah. This is the Harlow worsted. I knit one of these already before, and I got the yarn, so I wanted to try Brooklyn Tweed's Tones, which now they have a fingering weight version called Tones Light. And I wanted to put a couple together and do one that's a very low contrast. It's brioche. So to do one that's very low contrast and one that's very high contrast. So I started with the low contrast. I also wanted a smaller project after this, just I can like knit on my lap. I'm sorry that I'm boring you.
Absolutely.
So let me show you the pattern. This is by Andrew Mowry.
I love that pattern.
I did too. I actually love that yarn that she used for her husband. He looks good in it.
That's the one I've done.
I know. His looks better. I'm just kidding. So, I use Brooklyn Tweed tones. They're both in the vacay colorway. This is the band. So overtone, vacay. This is their overtone. And then undertone is this one. Right? So they look like they would be, pretty contrasty when you hold them like this. But in the hat, it's pretty low contrast.
It's very low contrast.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I have so far. This is the it's really simple. It's really, really simple pattern. I don't know what I did there.
Is that your cast on edge? Or your
No. You know what, this is just my Ray my signature in here. I don't know what that is. We should get little tags. Maybe I'll put a little tag. You know that you have those tags you can put on the hat?
That says handmade?
Yeah, maybe I'll just do that and cover that up. Because that looks a little weird. So, yeah, it's a simple brioche hat. You can see the colors
Yeah, you can see
through,
it a little bit more here.
Here. So I did the second size. The cool thing about brioche is that it's super stretchy.
It is. And it's really easy.
It
really is.
It really, really is. And it's reversible. And I love the inside. I love the inside of it.
There you can
Look
see
how
the
fun.
And you can see the color.
I know.
The contrast a little bit better on the inside.
So here, this is it inside out. Ugh, isn't this gorgeous?
It had such a different feel to it.
Totally.
When you reverse it.
Yeah, and I love that. And I think the blues look fantastic together. So this is definitely much more high contrast. And the great thing about this pattern, once I get to the decreases, the crown decreases on the main side, or I mean, there's really no main side, but this is my main color, technically. I'm sorry, does that give you guys agita? I'm pulling from the center, so it's all crazy. Because one of the things about Brooklyn Tweed yarn is that it could break really easily.
That won't, though.
Well, I'm hoping not. So I'm pulling from the inside because you get a little bit less resistance when you pull from the inside. And the plies stay together a little bit because you're pulling it, so the plies twist together a little bit easier. So there's really no there's obviously it's all ribbing pretty much because it's brioche, but you just use the smaller needle size just to get about here, and then you go up a needle size here, so you can't really tell, but it gives it a little bit more of a hug on your head there. So I'm almost at the point where I'm going to decrease, and I did a 2-color tubular cast on here by Andrew Mowry. And the great thing about that is that it's completely seamless and completely reversible. So you can see on this side it looks good, and then on this side it looks good as well. Do you guys see that? Like right? Like it's can't really even. It's a beautiful cast on, and it's actually really easy. Her tutorials are really great. In the pattern, it links to the tutorial on YouTube, but you can just search for 2-color tubular cast on, and hers will pop right up. This is a 3-ply, I think. I know you're looking at the ply.
No, so you and I were talking about
this is a 3-ply woolen spun.
Okay. So, because you had said, I think it was last weekend, when we were driving on Shop Hop, and how it was, you don't know that you're enjoying knitting the yarn as much as you had thought because it's
sticky,
or it's different. But you thought maybe you might like it a little bit more once you went up a needle size. Mm-hmm. Did you find that you liked it more going up a needle size?
I do. I feel like I would like it even more going up another needle size because you're using a size 6, US 6.
Do you cast on with a 4?
You cast on with the 4.
Okay.
And then you do your ribbing with the 4, or your brim with the 4, let's say. And so this is a US 6, which is a 4.5 millimeter. I don't even know.
A 6 would be
4 millimeter.
4.
And I mean, it's worsted weight yarn. So I usually like to knit a worsted weight yarn on at least like a 7, US 7 or 8, even. So, but with brioche, because it's typically a looser fabric anyway, you want to go down a needle size. It just doesn't have the smooth flow that I'll show you my other brioche project that I'm doing. Wow, that really sticks out. I wonder what I did.
Let me see.
I think I just forgot to
no, you know
to
what?
wrap it.
It's your cast on got twisted, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, see? Right there.
Maybe.
It may have gotten twisted.
I'm going to put a little tag there because that'll look professional. And it doesn't even matter. This is my signature. There's always a little piece of me in every
creation. So
don't be hard on yourselves.
No. Let's talk about this because the tones is shelter, right?
Well, it doesn't say. No, the tones
I thought you said it was... No, it's not shelter.
It's not shelter.
Okay.
No.
I think that's where, when we were talking about
it's American Columbia wool.
Right. Where shelter is Targhee and Columbia.
Yeah.
So this has a much different feel than
Definitely
a shelter.
Much different feel.
Even though it's woolen spun.
Yeah.
It is... wait, is that woolen or worsted spun?
Worsted. No, it's woolen spun.
So this is worsted.
Yeah, this is woolen.
This is woolen. Duh. Mm-hmm. It's denser than shelter.
It is denser.
Because it's a 3-ply.
But it's still it's very rustic still too.
Yeah.
And it even on the metal needles, it doesn't flow super smoothly. But it's still lovely to knit with. What's on the inside of this? You'll have to buy a skein to find out.
All right.
So that's that. I'm I'm just kind of, this is good knitting for when it's too warm and I don't want to have a blanket on my lap or a big shawl or a sweater. But I have a need right now for stockinette in the round, so I think I'm gonna cast on a vanilla sock.
Good for you.
Yeah. So that's Harlow worsted. There's a Harlow fingering.
Yeah, Harlow
well?
is I think it's just called Harlow.
Harlow.
That was the original pattern, I believe. I've knit that out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft.
Okay.
I've knit 2 of those. I enjoy the pattern a lot.
Yeah, it's a great pattern. I have 2 more.
All right, so I have 2, so I'll go up. This one's living in my Le Garçon hide and hammer bag, which I love the bag.
I love the bag too.
So this you guys have seen, and
I don't know what I have in mind.
I think I'm mid freaking row. I am. So this is my... Am I mid row? I am. I haven't made much progress on this. Which way am I going? Okay. Hold on. We're going to just finish this row real quick.
I'm going to take the sweater off while you're...
Okay.
Oh, you're going to finish the row?
Yeah, go ahead. Pick a...
Well, why don't I chat for a moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have nothing to really chat about. So, you know what I did do? Oh, no.
Here, talk about this thing.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear that?
So we got a new tool.
We did.
Well, kind of.
So we had we got it from Knit for Brains designs on Etsy. And I know a lot of you have seen these, but these are the drill bit adapters in order to attach to your Swift.
For the Stanwood specifically. Mm-hmm.
And it allows you, instead of having to crank it, the drill does all the work. So we have a drill and a driver that's a little bit too powerful, it's super, super fast, and they're a little bit larger. So we ended up getting a little small drill, or driver kind
drill.
of.
It's a drill.
It's a cordless screwdriver, actually.
Yeah, I got it from Amazon. It was $17.
Yeah,
and it works.
We're not going to have this link down below, so
incredibly well.
Here's your show notes there. So basically, the concept is you have the handle fits here, and
yep,
it does all the work for you.
Yeah, it just
super easy.
It's fantastic.
So we keep it
it's downstairs.
Right downstairs where we usually keep our Swift and wind up all of our yarn and stuff.
Okay, so this is my Lava Lake shawl by Stephen West. It's a 5 skein fade, and I bought a kit from Stephen and Penelope of Chink Fibers. This is a 100% superwash blue face Leicester wool in the colorways. I don't remember what order they go in. I'm gonna have to write that down eventually. But
What?
Here we are. What color each? the name of each color because I forget. So here I am. I made very little progress. Last time you guys saw it, I was here. So I knit on this for about 2 days, and I haven't really picked it up in about 2 weeks. So I did about, 2 to 3 inches?
Oh, you did a lot.
I am almost ready for...
Oh, I love the progress keeper.
I know. I think... Oh, I'm just working on color 4 now. I'm almost done with color 4, and then I'll start fading in color 5. And we have colors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that will be it.
I love this fade.
Me too. Again, I find it to be an incredibly simple pattern. You just need to know how to do yarn overs and knit 2 together. And that creates this fun little detail.
It's so good.
This is my Le Garçon
Mystery Forest.
Mystery Forest.
Because that's the crow, right?
Progress Keeper. I need to collect all of mine. Go through all of them and grab them all. But yeah,
now I have someplace to put them. Nice.
I really love this. I wish maybe I'll knit. No, I'm not knitting on it this weekend. This will be done. My goal is to have this done for Rhinebeck. So I may not show it the next couple of podcasts. It may go into timeout for a bit. It kind of has been in timeout. Mm-hmm. But super easy and really, really, it's actually a really fast knit.
Yeah.
It's a super quick knit. So I highly recommend this. This is what it will look like.
Well, we just showed it.
Oh, yeah. We just showed Beth's.
Yeah.
Finished one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's all I have to say about it.
Lovely. I love the yarn.
I do too.
It's going to be really, really cool.
Really love, I don't know which one's my favorite color.
Yeah.
Out of them. I really love the light colors. I
do
can't wait
too,
to
but
see this
yeah,
one.
me too. That's what I was just going to say, the same thing.
This one I'm excited to see once I get to the section that's strictly this.
Yeah.
I can't wait to kind of see what this dark color turns out to look like.
So cool. Excellent.
All right, you're up.
Okay. Look what I finished. No. Look what I pulled back out to start. You guys remember what's in here? 3, 2, 1, go. This is the Brioche Adventure by Jonathan Tallow. I've seen a lot of people posting this lately on Instagram, which is really, really cool, and it makes me feel terrible that I've been knitting on this for almost a year.
Have you really?
I think so. I think this was like back in January. This was like a January cast on, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. In my handy dandy notebook. I mean, I downloaded the pattern on December 21st. So I don't know when I actually started it. But this is the Brioche Adventure. And what I was doing was knitting mine out of Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Horde Yarns, mother-daughter. They had a Christmas at Hogwarts, so this is year 5. And that was our Advent from last year. Oh my gosh, let's go. I bet. Guys, this is embarrassing. It's okay. No pressure on yourself. I cast this on January 8th, 2022. So this has been hanging out for a little while, keeping me company. I stopped keeping track, I guess, there. Let me just show you. I did not make much progress on this at all since last time you've seen it, but we have some new viewers who may have not have seen this yet. And I think it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Let me try to find... Okay, can you just hold that? So, this is the Brioche Adventure, which is so cool. It's kind of like a parallelogram, almost. It doesn't really grow, widthwise, but it'll continue to grow lengthwise. I absolutely love. I love the colors, and if I can tell you,
it's really squishy.
It is so soft and squishy. I cannot wait to actually wear this. My goal is to have this come with me to Rhinebeck as well. So I kind of got to get my shit in gear. I did 12 minis already. I have 12 left to go, but I don't know if I'm going to do all 12. It might not have all 24 in. And what I've been doing is the main color and the contrast color. I've chosen one from Dragon Horde and one from Yarn Cafe Creations. So it's mother-daughter each row. I don't know how much longer that's going to last because some of the minis are not as contrasty. So I'm getting kind of limited with my... Isn't this color,
I would just keep going.
Look how fun that color is.
I know, and I would just keep going. Who cares if they're contrasty or not?
Yeah, no, I'm going to. I'm just going to
keep going.
Obviously, I am. So we'll see. But this is this is where I was last time. I really just started.
Well, you got a selection done. It looks
almost. Like. I almost did. I have to go back because I'm on the wrong side. So this is the wrong side, which Brioche is exactly the same. So what's fun about this is it's going to really look the same on both sides, except it's just going to alternate. Like the main color here was the contrast color from the row before.
Right.
You see that?
Yeah.
And like vice versa, which is cool. I think it's super cool. But the absolute squish factor and the
it's very soft.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. So this is obviously Brioche as well, and this is what I have here. So these two colors. Oh, I didn't screw up. Luna Lovegood, which is this one. And this one is... I will have order. She's lovely. So guess what else I did? And this was a big like stopping point for me every time I would finish some minis because I hate winding minis. So I ended up just sucking it up and I wound up or caked up all the rest of the minis. So this is what I have left, which is a lot. But do you see like a lot of the colors are similar? There's not a lot of high contrast left.
Well, depending on which one's which.
Yeah, so I have to,
I'll
have to pull them, pull them out. Like that one's gonna be nice.
Yeah, you just have to be a little mindful.
And then these are my my leftovers from what I have. There. So this living in my little chip basket, which are not for sale, unfortunately, but I think they're playing with some ideas.
Don't speak of things you know nothing of. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I know nothing, Jon Snow. We should probably start watching...
I don't think it's out yet.
Oh, okay.
House of Dragons.
Oh, it's so good. Isn't this good?
Yeah, you should work on it.
I did last night. No, I didn't last night.
No.
Oh, but my point is, so this yarn is superwash, and it's super smooth. It is fingering weight, so it takes a little bit longer. But it moves across the needles so much faster, and there's less having to push the yarn with because I'm a pusher, push the needle out, than the tones.
That's it. Okay. All right, so next up is my Once in Floral that you guys have seen.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. This is a pattern by Max Sincere.
Changing. It's gorgeous.
It is living in my naughty knitting sack with the dirty skellies.
Fornicating.
So, guys, let's talk about this sweater.
Uh-oh, my allergies. I have itchy eyeballs. I can't wait. This is...
All right, so the sweater, I cast this on a couple weeks ago. Oh, take the yarn out. I am also knitting this out of Primrose yarn in the house base, which is the 50% merino, 50% Shetland. It's the 2-ply fingering, and I'm using the colorway Stargazer, which is gorgeous. A really deep blue.
Yep.
And guys, I ripped it out. I took it out.
You sure did.
After the last podcast, I took the sweater out, and we're going to show a picture. We're going to have a little story time here. So, actually, I don't think I have it. So here's what I did. In the previous version of my sweater, I was knitting the Colorwork section, my background out of a 4-ply fingering weight yarn that was yak and nylon. I was knitting the flower out of a sport weight yarn that was spin cycle. So what I did is I didn't think it was contrasty. We kind of talked about it in the previous episode. And I took a screenshot of the pattern of Max's and I turned it black and white. And this is what it looked like. Beautiful, right? See the flowers.
Which is a really good tip, and I think we talked about this prior, to find if yarns are contrasty enough.
I, however, did not do that. In at least two, I know one, I think the first one I remember reading was Alan asked me if I'd used the same idea on my sweater. So I was like, you know what, Alan, you're a smart guy. I'm going to go do that. So then I took my sweater and I took a picture of it and I turned it black and white. And guess what you can't see? You can't see the flowers. So I ripped that sucker out.
After a lot of debating.
There
was a lot of debating. There was a lot of...
Here's another...
conversation.
Look, version. You could barely see it. So I was up late.
Hold it up again. We'll point to where it's supposed to be.
You can kind of see where some of the flower is. It's very, very light.
Yeah.
So what I did too is I went on Ravelry and I checked the project pages of a bunch of projects, and I was drawn to the sweaters that had more contrast.
Yeah.
There are some where it was very low contrast in the flowers, and they're lovely, but it's not something that I was drawn to, so I knew that I wouldn't be happy with it. And it's a really good example of knowing when to trust your gut, and I knew within 3 rows of knitting that I knew that it wasn't contrasty enough, but I was like, oh, we'll just keep going. Maybe it will change.
Yeah. And a lot of you did give a lot of encouragement, like, just keep going.
Keep going. It's going to be great. But I just knew it wasn't going to work. So I switched my colors.
It wasn't going to work for
me.
For what you wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Your expectation of the sweater.
So I took it out and I went with these 2 yarns instead. This is my background, which is Brooklyn Tweed Loft and Wood Smoke. And this is Brooklyn Tweed Loft and Hayloft. I am really bummed about this, though, because this was in a hat. Mm-hmm. I was knitting the Eno hat from Brooklyn Tweed, and I ripped it out so that I could use this yarn. And I wanted another skein, and I couldn't find it. I need to buy another skein to do the Eno hat.
We were looking at Knit New Haven.
So, here is the sweater updated.
One of the great things about this yarn, though, the Loft, is that this is from Stash. Which
is
great.
From Stash.
So you didn't have to...
So, first let's show it. All right.
Yes, please.
Here we go.
I'm so happy. Wow. Kev, I am so...
It's so much better.
Oh my god.
Like, so much better, guys.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my gosh. It looks so much better on camera than it does in person.
It really does.
It's lovely.
I could cry for you. Good job. I know how frustrating that was.
Oh my gosh. It's so much better.
Yay.
I can breathe. Yeah,
that looks amazing, by the way. It really does look so good.
I love this. I was skeptical. Why did that? You know...
What? That was the right word.
No, but it just sounded weird coming out of my mouth.
Oh.
I was like, and I feel like it got caught.
Were you going to cry? We're all emotional right now.
It took me off.
Do you want me to take a picture of that? Because that looks really good. Let's take a...
You're going to take a picture? No, you can't. Wait. You know, you could actually just point the camera at me.
Or we could just take a selfie. Oh, it looks really good,
okay.
Kev.
So, I did not duplicate stitch this, like I said. I did carry my yarn. I gotta sneeze, though.
Okay. So, yeah, you carried... I'm so glad that you actually did that, too. I think that completely makes the flower pop even more. Oh, it's so good.
So let's see if I have had any issues.
Looks great.
It actually knit up much faster, I feel like, than it did the previous time.
I wonder if also it has to do with the fact that you were enjoying the colors
maybe
a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, that's really not likely, but it's possible. I caught my floats a lot. In the previous one, there was a couple rows where
But
I
you
didn't
can't.
catch.
There's no pop through or anything like that.
No, I think I did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
There's
different.
a little puckering here or there, but it will block out for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's not super tight. There is. I'm trying to think. So, yeah, I don't know. It just went super fast this time around. I'm just around the point for sleeve separation. I may have another row or two to do, and then I'll separate for sleeves, so I'll do that today. This is knit on a US 4, which is a 4 mm. No, I'm sorry. Is it a US 4? Yeah, US 4. So what millimeter is that?
3.5.
Maybe. And look, I have my
Let me look at my needles.
Fox needle stoppers on this is Stitch and Pine.
No, it's yes. No. We have some more to show too.
I know, I forgot. But she's out of Canada. They're cute.
They
she
are
sent
very
us
cute.
these, and we had given some away.
Yeah, and I
for
actually
giveaway.
think that we bought the same exact ones.
No, I bought a different one.
Are you sure? Because I think that they were foxes.
They are foxes, but they're different.
They're different foxes.
So, what I wanted to say about this too is going back to the previous version that had the yak and the sport. The yak, even though it's a fingering, because it was a 4-ply, it's a much thinner fingering than this is.
Fox and Pine.
Fox and Pine.
Yeah.
That's where the needle stoppers are from. And I knew that it was thinner, so my stitches looked elongated in some areas a little bit more than they do now from the Colorwork and carrying your yarn in the back.
Yeah.
And I guess I should flash my floats for you all. Here are my floats.
I don't know where my fours
Right,
are.
floats look good. As you can see, I caught them quite a bit here.
Oh, I'm using fours. 4 is a 3.5 millimeter.
Okay. What else do I have to say about this?
I'm sure you all are saying the same thing.
Again, with the Colorwork section, so mine has 13 repeats of the Colorwork section, and you had stitch markers on your needles, which made it very, very easy to keep track of where you were.
Yeah.
I'm just much happier with this than I was the other one. I think it's
I can't get over how beautiful that looks.
yeah. I think the color. I love this color. This is just one of my favorite colors. It's like mustardy yellow, but there's these flecks of orange in it.
Now, how much of that did you use? You have a lot left over.
I didn't weigh it, but
Yeah.
I mean, these are each 50-gram balls.
And now you're done with the color.
Done
There's
with
no
color
more
work.
on the sleeves or anything like that?
Nope, I'm just stock net now. That's it. Just knitting in the round. It's going to go pretty quick. And the Colorwork section was taking me about 30 to 45 minutes per row.
Wow.
I'm down to 15 minutes now without doing the Colorwork. So once I separate for sleeves,
Well, you
I
also
should
have
be,
a poop ton of stitches on there.
yeah, I should be down to about like a 10 minutes per row once I separate for sleeves. So I think the body's going to go pretty quickly.
Kev, it's so nice.
My intention is to have this done for Rhinebeck. So this is going to be my main focus for the next couple of weeks.
Wow.
That'll probably be the only thing you see unless I make a ton of progress and I can work on something else.
Sure.
And anything else I want to say about this?
I'm so excited for you.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to block it and just make sure that it fits. Oh, and I checked my gauge down here, and I'm pretty spot on. It's 26 inches over 4 inches, and I'm doing the 4th size, which is for a 44, and it's either 44 and a quarter or 44 and a half inch chest. So I wanted a little positive ease because I've been knitting with no positive ease for most of my sweaters. But I wanted just a little bit room.
I
Of
will
room
tell
in
you,
there?
I'm so much more comfortable with more positive ease. I think that's
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
that's
a
just my
positive
preference
ease
right
guy.
now. Yeah.
And I think that's all I have to say about it.
I think that's enough. That's really, really nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
job.
And I'm confused.
Okay. Why?
One.
You pulled this out thinking that this was attached to your yarn, but
Correct.
this one was the one that was attached to your yarn.
So I was like, wait a minute. I only have...
Yeah. No, you're good.
So that's 3. And I've used a full skein already.
Have you?
Yeah, because I used half a skein pretty much on the first one version. I haven't taken that out yet.
Oh. Oh, well, you can use that just in case you ever need more. But
Right.
if it's anything like this, and
I should have a full
you
skein
have
left over.
Yeah, at least
I think.
because you have a lot of color work.
Yeah.
All right, I have one last. Do you have any more?
No, that's all, everything.
I have one last to show, and this is my crochet corner to corner blanket. This is living in my yarn creative. Yarn creative. I think it's yarn creative.
It's on there somewhere because I say this wrong all the time. It's either yarn creative or creative.
Yarn creative.
There you go.
Okay. So here's what I'm doing. This is a scrappy blanket. It is a corner to corner crochet.
Look at all the ends.
Shush.
I hate ends.
It's okay. It's totally okay. And this is what I... Come on. Ha, can you just help me a little bit? So, I ended up... The idea for this... this is for our niece that's on her way. And the first 5 colors here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Up to this, like, pinkish gray... Is this pinkish?
No.
Gray? It's gray.
It's like a blue-green.
Blue-green? No.
You know what? There's maybe a hint of purple in it too.
What? Oh, maybe. Okay, so anyway, that is some yarn from row 1. I think it's Megs & Co.
Yes.
And then from there on, I did for the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did I did some leftovers from our stash.
Yep. This is Emma's yarn.
Oh,
This is Amanda Knits. Amanda Knits. Amanda Knits. This is the yarn that you did for the hat. Is this
in the
it's
limeade colorway?
It's not Madeline Tosh.
No.
This is Amanda Knits too.
Yeah. So now here was my last increase row. So now I started decreasing. So I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, I see.
Right? So
Yep.
there's now I'm decreasing here. So so now what I'm going to do is this is my middle here. And so I'm going to do 4 colors here. And then I'm going to add the last, because I have 5 more minis.
Okay.
Excuse me. I have to sneeze now too. And so I'm going to add the last 5 of the Megs & Co. But I love the colors.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and it's really nice and drapey. I'm using it's all fingering weight. I'm using a G hook, a 4mm G hook. This is Clover Armor. And so yeah, so I have the yellow that I just put in now. There's really not much. I just turned it. And then I think I might add this like purpley color. Not sure. Or I have this. This I might add actually. What?
How dare you?
It's leftover.
What did I use that in?
It doesn't matter. It's mine now.
No.
Yes, this is eggnog.
I know. I love eggnog.
Well, then you should put it away. It was in our bin. Our leftover bin. I've already used that.
What the heck did I use the eggnog in?
Doesn't even matter. Mind your business.
No, it does matter. I actually don't think I used
color.
it.
You did. You had to have.
No,
I'll wait.
I skeined it up, but I was going to use it in something, and I didn't like it in it, and I took it out, and I bet you that's 100 grams.
But wouldn't Macy approve of me putting it in a baby blanket for our niece? Doesn't matter.
And then this is Lolo did it. That's Lolo did it.
Yeah.
And then some Savvy Skeins. This
I
was.
already used it. That's that pink.
Oh, this was from Reese's hat
flamingo.
from last year.
Yeah, isn't that really pretty color?
Yeah, it was. I think Reese and Emma. I did both of their hats in that color.
Maybe. I think it's just so fun using leftover yarns because some of them you really remember like what they are.
I was just gonna say that. Isn't it crazy that like to know what all those are? This one I just don't know the make.
They will have no idea, and obviously she'll have no idea, but we'll know. Maybe we should do one for ourselves, like a larger one. with some of our yarns.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I want to do that blanket that everybody usually does.
That's
with their
knit?
minis. Yeah, it's knit. I like the crochet though.
You want to do...
This is a nice project for a crochet.
The like northeasterly or...
No, that's the
southeasterly, the west easterly? No, it's something like that.
I'm done. So that's that. I have a lot of crochet planned as well. So you'll be seeing crochet a lot on the podcast. So I have that blanket to do. That's it for the knitting and stuff.
Yeah.
We can talk about future things because I'm talking about that now. So I have that blanket that I need to finish. That's crocheted. I have 2 hats that I'm going to be making some pumpkin hats because it was a request from our sister-in-law. I wonder if I'm sure I saved it somewhere. I hope I did. No. Ooh, bacon ranch pasta salad. That sounds good. Look at all the things that I put on my...
I have so many things in my bookmarks. It's disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
And my notes. I save web pages to my notes a lot.
Wow.
Do you want to participate in the podcast a little
Yeah,
bit?
sure. We can totally do that. I don't remember the name of the of that, but I can tell you the name of the pattern for the blanket if you all are interested.
The one that everybody does that you want to do?
No.
Oh.
No, that one I can't share because I don't even have any idea. But I'm sure all of you guys are probably posting already. Are you talking about this one? Are you talking about this one? This is the Yarn Inspirations. It's by Red Heart. Crochet corner to corner throw. It's a free pattern.
I would do a crochet one, but I want the square. I don't want to do corner to corner. I want the square.
Granny square blanket?
Kind of. I have to
you
check
just keep
the one.
expanding around and around and around.
Yeah, but then you reverse.
Mm-hmm.
You go around and then you, instead of continuing to go around, you then reverse it and go in the opposite direction. And I think it's supposed to even it out a little bit more. Right there, the pumpkin hat crochet.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Where?
Right there, pumpkin hat crochet.
Where?
Pumpkin hat free crochet.
Say it one more time. Tell me
hat
one
crochet.
more time.
That took you to the New England Honda dealer.
To the Honda dealership. I don't understand. Whatever. So I think it's no longer. Yeah, no. I think it's no longer a
pattern.
That pattern I can't do anymore because it's no longer a pattern. So.
Excuse me. I got up early.
It's
today.
pumpkin coffee season too, by the way.
No, it's not. Look, I know that Lisa will disagree with me. Pumpkin spice coffee doesn't begin until the first day of fall. I can't drink it prior to then.
Okay.
That's just my belief as a fall lover. That's fall's enjoyed during fall. All right. So since Ray's looking for that, I'm gonna.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll share it next time. But I have some pumpkin hat crochet, and then I also have the baby rattle that I'm gonna do, and the other toy for the baby too.
Good job.
I didn't have the right size hook, so now I do. Now we're.
You know what? I actually think you did. I think I found it.
That's okay. Now I have more hooks.
Yeah. Now you're a hooker.
I'm a hooker.
So before we jump into Owl Post, which is stuff that's been sent to us for those of you who don't know,
I'm gonna have to go blow my schnoz.
And acquisitions, I'll show some yarn that I've dyed. So you can go blow your nose.
Okay, good.
All right. So I've put some of this in the Etsy shop, which can be linked below. There's a couple colors that I don't know if I should put up as a fade or individually because I don't have a lot of it. So first we're going to show some stuff that's already there. This is on an 80-20 fingering weight.
I think this is so great.
I called it Life Aquatic because it actually reminded me of a sea turtle for some reason.
Okay.
So it has some like teals and greens and some yellow and some whites in it. There's some speckles.
I love this teal color.
This one I called California Dream because when I opened up the bin that they were in before I scanned it up, that was the first name that popped out to me. So it's actually pretty similar.
I was going to say
they're
really nice together.
But it's a little bit different. This is DK, so it's a 4-ply DK. Yeah, this has more of the yellow and green, and this has more blue in it. Mm-hmm. And this has yellow speckles, and this has green speckles.
Fun.
So they're slightly different. But I've noticed that this is actually a really popular color palette of mine. I like blue, green, and yellow together.
Yeah, I know you do. But that's okay. You do it well.
And then...
Look at the speckles.
This one, I have a couple of these. This is called... I call this one Merlot.
This is gorgeous.
It's a really pretty purple.
How many of those do you have?
I only have 4. I only have 4 of those.
Bummer.
And then...
Better get on this if you want.
Let's see if this shows. So kind of. This is like a dark green, gray. So I call this Dark Forest. I only have 4 of these. This is on an 80/20 also. And then we talked about it last time, is that I had signed up for the School of Sweet Georgia.
Yeah. And
there are some dyeing courses on there, as well as like spinning and crochet, knitting. There's a bunch, and you could pay for monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Mm-hmm. And I signed up for a quarter one just to get a little more knowledge about dyeing. And in one of the classes, she was showing how to do a 5-color fade. I don't have 5 stock pots, so I did 4-color fades. So the first one that I tried, and I only have 1 of each of these colors, is probably some of my favorite yarn that I've dyed ever. And
I am so
it's actually really interesting because these two don't look like there's much difference between them on camera, but there actually is quite a bit. And
no, you can see. You can see.
I think it's
a big difference. This is not showing up. This is a lot. This is darker than obviously. I mean, you can kind of see it.
It doesn't look like it, but it really is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful fade.
I love this color here, this bright one. I would say these are actually a little bit darker. So I was thinking about putting just this up as a set. I haven't yet because I don't know if I want to come up with names for everything. So any of these fades, if you're interested, just send me a message and I'll put it up as like a special order for you. So again, this one I only have these 4. This is only one set. I did 1 of each skein to just like test out the method. Mm-hmm. And then next up, and this is on 75/25 fingering. So next up is a DK set. So on this one, actually, let's talk about this one again. So this one, I used a orange, a red, and a yellow dye. And I mixed them together, and then this is what came up. So I thought that was fun. Because this is having me play with mixing colors too. So this color is on a DK base, a 4-ply DK. And this I mixed blue and gray, but it's much more blue.
This is right up my alley.
So this I thought would be a really pretty Pierre shawl. And again, these two look quite similar. On camera, this one's much darker.
No, you can see this one's a lot darker.
These two look very similar too, but they're very different in person.
Yep.
So what's funny is that they're just really nice tonals, I think. Mm-hmm. I would say...
I would love to see like that all kept together.
I know. So if, again, I haven't put it up in the shop. If you're interested in purchasing it as a fade in a set of 4, just reach out to us. And I think all of them are repeatable too. So this is DK 4-ply. Next up is... This one is a surprising one. I mixed a green and a blue.
Oh, I haven't seen this one yet altogether.
Right, so I mixed green and blue. You would never know.
No, there's no blue.
I know. No, there's a... You have to look very closely. it comes through actually a little bit more on the lighter color.
Oh, Kev, it's
so you know it's
gorgeous.
But you know what?
It's like sage.
These three, they all look really similar, but in person they're actually quite different.
Yeah.
Right? They look maybe
farther away you can definitely see them.
Yeah, you can see a little bit
totally.
different, but this is 80/20 base. So I have 3 of these.
3 sets of the fades?
Yes.
Wow. I think you should put them up as a fade.
I know, but then I wonder, do I have to come up with like names for them?
No, just call it no.
All right. So this one is an interesting set to me. Because in the pot, I was like, I don't like this. And it wasn't what I wanted. I mixed yellow and brown.
Look at you trying new things.
But for some reason, the color to me is really interesting. This is on 100% superwash 4-ply fingering. Can you hold those two?
Yeah, Kev, I'm so impressed.
This one I love a lot.
Yeah.
So this one kind of reminds me of like straw or hay, but it's just such a I don't know. I think it's an interesting color palette. I like all of them, but they're much different than what I thought, and I was very happy when they came out. And again, what's cool is that they're different depths of shade. Mm-hmm. So this is at a 2%, 1%, 50, and 25. So that's why there's not much difference between those 3, because it's not much difference in the depth of shade, but this one to that one, I just think they're lovely.
You can see them a little bit farther away.
Yeah. So those, I have 3 of as well.
It's really good.
So again, the fade sets, I haven't put them up yet because I don't know what I'm doing with them. Mm-hmm. If I want to come up with individual names,
I wouldn't come up with individual names. I would just put them all together as a fade and call this like golden fade.
I think that's what dyers typically do, is they come up with
names. You just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll make a decision. If you're interested in purchasing them as a fade, just reach out to me. But there's a bunch of stuff that I've kind of been dyeing and I haven't put up.
Yeah.
That I'm starting to put up.
Oh my god, this is absolutely incredible. Look at that.
I know, I really like that. I think this color here, this dark blue, this one is so pretty. That one, if I were to repeat this one, I would call that one a Royals. Like a royal blue or like that type of that was the only one, literally the only one that I've.
And what is this on? 100%?
This is DK.
Oh, DK. No wonder why I was all plump. Plump. Oh, it's so good.
I'm gonna try.
Look at the difference. Like the farther away that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the orange ones again. I'm actually gonna go out this afternoon when I go grocery shopping and see about getting some additional stock pots. So that class has been super informative. So if it's something, if dyeing is something that you've thought about doing, I would highly recommend checking out.
Do you want to link that down below?
Class. Sure, we can. Okay, so now we're going to be moving into owl posts. And when we say owl post, we mean a physical owl, like in Harry Potter, how they bring the post. So people have sent us stuff in the post, and we're showing it now. What do we have that people have sent us?
There's so much stuff. Okay, let's show this. This is a lot. And this is a lot of fun to open. So this came to us from the Isle of Man over across the pond in between the England and Ireland. I don't even know. I don't really know much. But this came from Trisha. She sent a whole box full of lovely things specific to that area. That's beautiful.
I know.
What is that?
I don't know. Somebody mentions us in a comment. Nitty Wet. Let's see what she says.
It's a beautiful sweater.
I know. That's what I want to see.
So here's some things. You ready? So there's some handmade soap, honey soap. It's got pieces of oatmeal and lovelygreens.co.uk. I'm not going to have all this stuff linked down below because this is a lot. So if you're interested to look up these things, go for it. There are some rare sheep, which I don't know how to pronounce it. Logton? So that's the name of the sheep. Hold on.
No, I was just going to move it over so that...
That's the name of the sheep there. Logton.
Yep.
It's a white Shetland. This is what the sheep looks like. There. And it's unique to Isle of Man. It's 30% white Shetland and 70% of the Logtan. I like how they have that on the label. So 70% of that and 30% of that. It's a double knit, which is DK. We learned not too long ago. These are 50 gram skeins. So there's 3 different colors. Actually, yeah. 3 different colors, which is so fun. 50 gram skeins. There's also these, which is
the same.
Probably the same.
Yep.
Yes, it is. It's a combo of that name. It is so rustic.
And a Portland Marl.
Yeah. It's from the La Vignette flock of the Manx Longtans and the Roskill Portland flock. I don't know. It's local, beautiful wool. And there's 3 of these gigantic skeins here. I don't know how much. This is also DK. Double knit. Does it say how much it is? Oh, it's 100 grams, 270 yards. How fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so woolly. Tarquin got a smell of them, and he likes them.
Yeah, he inspects most shipments.
He does.
So.
Yeah. So there's also some, like, touristy things that we got. This is the sheep. Oh, this smells delicious. What is this? Oh, I want to wear that smell. What is that?
I haven't smelled it. How would I know?
Oh, it's nice. So look, the Isle of Man, that's the sheep that's there.
Cute.
Look at the 4 horns on them.
I know. Look at the birds.
They're cute. Those are like swallowtails. I don't know what I'm saying. She also sent... So we felt like we were like tourists while we were there. Beautiful postcards. So this is it. This is...
Yeah, it's
where they are. Look at the sheep.
The sheep.
Aren't they gorgeous? Oh my god, how fun. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at the castle. So thank you so much. This was really, really awesome. And there are also 2...
Which isn't up here, some chocolate.
Oh yeah, those were in our tummies.
Not the second bar.
Oh no, she sent local chocolate. There was milk chocolate and there was dark chocolate.
What did we eat?
We ate the milk chocolate one.
Okay.
And it was yummy. It was very it was a lot less sweet and artificial tasting than
our
type
than
of
our like Hershey's chocolate.
Right, because us in the US. So she also sent 2 needle felting kits. 1. And then this is the sheep. Is that not the cutest thing?
Yeah.
Oh. So, thank you so much.
Yes, that was
Trisha,
very generous.
That was so generous of you. We cannot thank you enough. I'm wondering if we do a giveaway with some of this. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. This yarn is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So then another viewer sent us had purchased some bags for herself.
Oh, it's
right?
it's the honey soap
and
that
then
smells so good.
Sent us some bags. And these bags are from Fate's Thread.
Oh yeah, these were great. I have them linked down below.
Yeah. This is Fate's Thread. So first one up. I think because, and if I'm not mistaken, it's because we mentioned that this character was not on your 80s cartoon bag. Remember? So
Yes.
I believe this one. Guys, it's Gem. It's Kimber. Gem and the holograms. And this is, what's Synergy, right? Synergy is the computer program.
I've never watched Gem.
What?
No, I was not a Gem.
Shut the heck up.
No,
You don't know
I don't know the story.
Bless you.
Thanks. Maybe I'm allergic to those sheeps.
You really know nothing about this?
I'm sorry. I know the song. Like, if I heard the song, I know where it's from.
This is Gem and Kimber, all in one.
Who's Kimber? Like
Is her alter ego.
Oh.
She turns into
she's a superhero.
She turns into Gem when she touches her earrings that are connected to Synergy, who's the computer program her father built. And these are the holograms. That's the band. And
are they really holograms? They're not real people?
no, they're real people. And then their nemesis are the Misfits.
Are they on there?
No, the Misfits are not on here. So this, and then this came as well.
Oh. So it's
The same
fabric
and it's got a
as this.
huge plastic front pouch.
So I love the plastic pouch.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Yeah, a big drawstring bag. Both of them are
Yeah. And look at the rainbow zipper.
on the yeah, and it has Rainbow Bright,
Where? I didn't see that part.
the zipper pull. Right? Is that Rainbow
Yes,
Bright?
it is. Oh, I didn't see that.
So,
And she sent a stitch marker as well.
yep. Oh my gosh, how did I not
progress
notice
keeper.
the popples?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I loved a good popple.
Me too. I had popples.
Me too.
Yeah. You know, it's so fun just seeing like what people do. You know,
know.
like how creative everybody
know.
is.
Okay.
I never get bored.
No.
This was also sent to us
Oh yeah.
with some stitch markers. Now,
Oh, I didn't see these.
there's not an Etsy shop or anything like that, but I have linked down below their Instagram, which you can get to their Facebook, and they do like pop-up shops and stuff. This is Cheryl from Shawl Good Things. There's the card. Shawl Good Things. I have her Instagram linked down below. Oh, there is a website. Oops. Okay, I'll link that website down below. Please remind me. I linked her her Instagram. So she donated a bag and some stitch markers. Did I show the stitch markers?
Nope.
These are so pretty.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Aren't they cool? I love the colors. And this is the bag, which I love this fabric. Time to unwind.
Oh, I get it.
Knitter's gonna knit. Knit or not to knit or not to knit.
And just to go back to these, so the reason
And the inside is beautiful.
these are meant to look like skeins of yarn.
Yes, I was just gonna say
Right?
that they look like skeins of yarn.
And they have the lobster claw.
Yes.
Which is nice.
To knit or not to knit, there is no question. Grow where you are planted. Really fun bag.
Yeah, that's cute.
Really,
I like
really
that
fun
fabric
bag.
a lot.
So thank you so much. So that was Cheryl. I'm gonna I'll have her website linked down below. If not, it'll be her Instagram, which I'm sure you can get there. Also, Jessalyn Janice sent us some bags as well.
And just going to that, she also sent us a new coupon code. So
Oh,
we'll
I
update
haven't-
it because it expired. So we'll update the coupon code.
Is it a different coupon code?
I don't know offhand. It's and I'll go over them.
Okay. This is absolutely adorable.
I know.
It's probably oh no, they're all really good.
I know. I love seeing this type of fabric that's coming out because we're almost at fall. You know, we're almost to fall when pumpkin spice becomes available.
Pumpkin spice is available now. What? Look how freaking cute. So these are Halloween gnomes.
They're adorbs.
They're like going out trick-or-treating.
This fabric's really nice too. I like that plaid.
Oh, I know. Me too. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's not something that you would typically see the green and the black.
Look at the silky like purple inside. Is that purple?
Yeah.
Look at me knowing my colors.
Right?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Please.
It's like,
And
it's a nice wide handle on it.
yes. And so it's got a cork bottom, box bottom, which is super fun. So there's that one. Then there's this one with the koalas.
They're cute.
They're very cute. And there's some bananas on the tree.
And an orange.
And an orange. And then this one are the dancing bears from Grateful Dead, which is such a fun fabric as well.
This has a nice like gray faux leather.
So thank you so much.
This one, the bottom, just keeps like...
Did you lose your voice?
Probably.
Oh.
So, yes. And, right, and Jesslyn Janice, she donates a portion, right, to the local animal shelter?
Yes, I can't remember the name of it.
Does it say on the card? Yes.
Oh, a portion of every sale is donated to Kaya Koda Humane Society.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had something else to say.
Nope.
So I think we'll maybe use these as giveaways. I might want to keep them for myself, but we'll see what happens.
We could definitely use them as some giveaways too, because we have a ton of bags.
There's no such thing as having too many.
Okay, so I think that's all the owl post.
I think so, unless there's some other things that are buried in our bags.
So this is not owl post, but this is some more prizes for the cows that we're having. This is some yarn that we bought from Kevin Boy Knits. This is Christopher, and this is on... This is a fingering weight. It's BFL Superwash. It's 100 grams, and this is the color Marigold.
He's natural dyer.
Yes, it's
so
natural dyed.
Yeah.
It's a very, very soft yarn. This is lovely.
It is very, very lovely.
And we don't recall if we showed this last time, but this is the yarn that we got from Knit and Bro, and I don't think we did.
I don't think we did either.
The same day.
Yeah, so it was in. Oh, it's so nice.
This is called Enchanted Waters. Mm-hmm. So it's a very lovely blue and like a browny green almost. Very pretty. So these are going in the prize bin.
Our prizes. Yep.
For the giveaways. Next up.
Are you all still here?
Is the purchases.
So there's a lot.
A break in the bank. And you were not strong.
Nope.
You said last time I was not strong. This time you were not strong.
I was weak as...
You were weak.
I was. But I wanted to support our friends. So that's what I
You
did.
keep telling yourself that.
I am. And that helps me sleep at night.
Good.
Can I show these first? Because I feel like they're going to fall over.
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is all of the rest of the purchases, with the exception of one or two, I think have come from our weekend, our shop hoppy, mini shop hop. We just hit the two stores, except for a few things. So I want to show these first. It's embarrassing how affected I am and influenced by kits.
You are, hands down, one of the biggest suckers for a kit.
You show me a kit,
he will buy it.
I will buy it. So I actually did not. So I pulled myself away at the very end, and we'll talk about it.
Because you were going to buy another kit.
I was going to buy another kit. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing, I bought 2 kits. But, I mean, how great would this be?
It would be great for somebody who's going to knit them.
I am going to. So I want us to have hand knit Christmas stockings. Look, am I turning red? I feel like I'm turning red already because I can't even convince myself. So I'm not even gonna show my face anymore.
Let's just bring them
All
up
right,
close.
so
Here's the first one.
But they're great.
Yeah, great pattern, beautiful color work. These are made by...
I don't even know.
So 100% pure wool and candied yarns.
Candidi. It's Candidi. Candida.
I see the spelling. Thank you
Candide.
so much.
So I don't know. I'm not linking these. I'm linking You and You, because that's where we got it from. You and You Fiber Arts in Windsor. So I'm linking their website down below. So they only had a few of these, probably because I hadn't come into the store yet. So this. Oh, it's out of Glastonbury, Connecticut. This kit. Listen, if you know anything about these kits, just let me know. I thought they were cool.
He just saw them and bought them.
I just saw them. All the yarn, everything is listed here. So I'm gonna do these two Christmas stockings
2023
for us.
Maybe 2024.
Okay. You want to show those?
So
because everything else comes from.
Yeah. So these, I saw that Laura from Knit for Brains had posted a shop update, and
boy, she is just stitching them out, huh?
Got two of her wireframe bags. This one is a camping one. I just thought this was a nice, like, year-round, neutrally type of bag.
And the inside is something.
Inside is a bag.
No.
What?
Inside is a bag.
Yeah, this is a bag. Inside's blue.
Yeah, but I said that those are inside.
You said inside is something. So, and she sent us these fun little containers, which say Knit for Brain Design. And inside, these are fun. They slip. Are some what's
these are so cool.
like stitch markers or progress keepers. And what's fun with these are gnomes, and these have like the kind of like earring backs, I guess.
Leverbacks?
Yeah. What's really fun about these two is that they're nice and light.
Yes.
I love a good progress keeper.
Same.
I don't like a really heavy one because it, at least for fingering weight yarn, I feel like it pulls down the stitch. And then this set has some sheepies on them.
Are they all sheeps?
Yes.
So these little containers are kind of cool. They're just like slide open.
You know what? I feel like these remind me of
how fun.
Are these like pill containers?
No.
Why do I feel like my grandmother had one of these? Or my grandfather?
I have no idea.
Did they keep their pills in it? Take them to work?
I don't know. Cute little
lighters? No. You know what? Maybe it reminds me of matches.
Oh, maybe.
And then this one was Harry Potter, and I just saw the spells on it, so I think I literally just saw the ridiculous spell, and I was like, okay. But then it has Expelliarmus, Leviosa.
Not Leviosa.
So yeah, this was just a cute fabric. I haven't seen one like that before. And I really enjoy
her bags
wireframe bags.
Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed with wireframe bags right now.
Yeah, they're really nice because they stay open. And they have handles too, which handles on a bag are always helpful.
Totally.
What about this?
Speaking of, where's my... Oh no, did I leave something downstairs?
What are you thinking you left downstairs?
That's okay.
Do you want to talk about these next?
Yeah, I don't know where mine went. There's so much stuff. I don't think I brought mine up.
Oh no, so let's stick with You and You. What we got at You and You.
Okay.
All right. So we haven't been to You and You since our visit last year for Shop Pop. So You and You is in Windsor.
Hey, I didn't do that bad. That's all I have from there.
So You and You is in Windsor, and the owner is Rachel. Oops, I just moved the table. So the owner is Rachel, and what's really cool about that store is, again, there's a lot of yarns there that we don't see at the stores that are more local to us.
Right.
So that's always fun to see when you go to a store.
Yes.
Right? Is finding stuff that you haven't seen before. The other really cool thing about the store is the space that they've created outside of the store, there's an awning, and then there's some seating and a rug. So you will often find people outside.
It's very community focused.
Yes.
You know, very much like welcoming. Just come in, sit down, knit. You know, run inside if you run out of yarn. Oh, here's my hair.
And they use their space very well.
Yes.
Right. Which the space allows them to have that outdoor seating for people to come in and hang out.
And inside they have a couch and stuff where you know, right in the middle.
So we went there. And
you got more stuff than I did.
No, because your kits aren't on the table.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
It does. So one of the first places we stopped when we went there.
So
Please go ahead.
This isn't from you and you. This is from the.
Right.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
So one of the first stops was Katie from Katie to Bags was there. They had 2 pop-up vendors outside.
Trunk shows.
Yeah, trunk shows. And so Katie to Bags was there. We love her bags. We've shown them before, the ones that turn into a bucket when you pull it down.
Yes.
And I bought a bag. We both did. And one that I purchased.
This one was great.
I love this one.
I think it's a prototype. She only had one.
I don't know.
If
this is really nice. This is a tote. So it's a nice large
It's
tote.
so nice.
And what I loved about this was the fabric here, the butterflies. And I loved the colors, but I love the bodies in it. I love that there's different shapes, different genders. It was just really fun. I love an olive green.
And it's rainbow. It's just so it's beautiful. It's like an inclusive fabric. It's really, really awesome.
And when we talked to Katie about the bag, she said typically when you see a bag like this, you're going to see this fabric here. But if this is being used as a market tote, which you totally can, that's one of the things that she had in mind when making this, is it gets dirty. So you're getting your pretty fabric dirty. So she moved the pretty fabric up, which I actually really appreciate that. And left the solid fabric, which I'm a sucker for solid.
Me too. People have asked us what we like, how we like our bags. I mean, of course, we're obsessed with, you know, the prints and stuff. But honestly, like some of our favorite bags are the solid ones. I'm looking at the...
I know our bearded pearl bags, which have 2 solid colors. So, yeah, I just thought it was great. It has the nice,
really nice.
Handles.
Yeah.
So I think this is a great sweater bag, and this will be my secret knitting project sweater.
Oh, great
will be
idea.
living in this bag.
Great idea.
That's literally the reason I bought it. I saw this. I was like, oh, that's going to be for the sweater.
I also got a bag.
This was such a great fabric.
Such a great fabric. This is, I think, called Sweater Weather. And it's totally like it's all about knitting.
Yeah, it's a good fabric. I like it.
Yeah, it's simple. Inside is just the black. It's got a faux leather bottom, box bottom. It's drawstring. It's a perfect, perfect size for a small shawl, hat, socks. I mean, really, whatever. There's pockets in the inside as well. You can't see it, but you believe me that there's pockets on the inside. There's 2 pockets there, and it's drawstring.
Very nice.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a nice,
cute, right? It's
good,
a beautiful,
like 2 skein project-y size.
Maybe a 2 skein. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And then Silver Key Stitches, which I don't think that I brought their card, but I have them linked down below. They had a couple of fun things, too. So I got a keychain.
Cute.
R2D2? Sorry if you guys are getting, like, seasick. It's got a little snap here, so you can take this off, put it on other things if you wanted to, maybe like a zipper pull or something. It also has like the clip, so I can use this as a zipper pull. I think I'm gonna put it in my backpack.
I need a new backpack. I keep debating on which kind to get. I've been looking for like
there's their logo.
And she's from Connecticut.
She is. So this I got a little like needle or hook case, so you can put your needles and hooks and stuff and roll it up.
Is that how it rolls up?
Well, probably neater. And then you just tie it. And so it keeps it...
I don't know why I thought
together.
It folded differently.
No. So when you open it, like you have the top folds on folds over.
Yeah.
The pockets here as well. So that'll fold over. You can clip stitch markers or something like that there. It's a really nice like little travel. Yeah, that's
it's
exactly
cute.
how it goes. It's like a little roll up. And it's Hufflepuff, and I'm embracing my Hufflepuff. So I love the fabric. And then on the inside is the Deathly Hollows. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she had one for each of the houses. I didn't get one.
No, you didn't. Nope. I did.
All right. So that was what we got from the trunk shows there. Inside,
And it was so nice to see them.
it was.
Spent some time
we got
chatting.
To chat. Yeah, they actually convinced us that we are. So we'll just say this now.
Oh, yeah.
So,
True.
this 'tis the season. We'll obviously be going to Woollen Folk and Rhinebeck in October.
Yeah.
In the first weekend of November is the New England Sheep and Wool Festival in Mass at the Biggie Fairgrounds. So we decided we're going to go to that too now. So there you go.
So that's the first week in November.
Yes, first weekend of November.
Hey, that's our anniversary.
It is. So inside the store, the first thing I picked up.
I think you broke the seal for me.
No, because you bought that first.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I saw this.
This is how it's going to be. Isn't that cute?
Yeah. I've never heard of this brand. I've never seen this yarn.
Me neither, but it feels so cool.
I loved the way that it looks. It's kind of got that like spin cycle type of, but it's more, but maybe not. I don't know. So this is Fibra Natura and the colorway. No, and this is called Cobblestone. The colors are Tuxedo, Smoking, and Esmoquin? Maybe that's a different language. So, whatever.
It's a lot of yarn.
It is. It's 100% superwash wool. This is 200 grams. I got 2 of them. Because I don't know what I'm going to do. This is fingering weight, right? Yeah. 200, maybe sport. It's 200 grams for 612 yards.
Oh, yeah, so it might be sport.
So it might be sport. So I thought this actually would be a really fun not single skein, but single color shawl.
Mm-hmm. That could be a fun boneyard.
Boneyard's worsted, though.
Yeah, but you could still, it doesn't matter.
No, I won't do boneyard. No. Nope. No, thank you.
It's a lot of pearl stitches.
Yep, nope. It's not happening for me. Boneyard is a very
Do
pretty
it garter.
I don't know. So yeah, this might become a shawl.
Great.
Or a poncho.
Yes. Oh, yes. Do it. Do it.
This is going to become a poncho.
That's 1,200 yards, yes?
Yeah, I have 400 grams.
Do it. Great idea. Love the poncho idea.
So yeah, I can't wait to work with this. I think it's
Love
really,
me
really,
a poncho.
really pretty grays and like whites and blacks. So yeah, so I got that.
Fun. I got this. Now, unfortunately, she's taking a break from dyeing. Not sure if she's getting back to it or not. But this is Lane and Lotus. Kevin was mentioning the cool thing about Rachel's shop is that she does support a lot of local dyers.
I didn't say that, but good point.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
So she supports a lot of local dyers. Silver Key Stitches also dyes yarn. I didn't get any of their yarn though, unfortunately. And one of the dyers that we saw last time we went was Lane and Lotus. I made a pair of socks out of her yarn. It was really gorgeous. And so she had a few skeins left, and we found out that she's not dyeing anymore right now. And so all that's left are what her stockists are carrying at the moment. So unfortunately, I don't have this link down below, but so don't ask. She's on a break. But this is Lane and Lotus.
We were on a break.
And did you see the TikTok of? There's a TikTok showing a rug, a mat. When you first come into a house, what are those things called? Floor, like a
doormat.
Doormat. What are those mats that sit outside the door? A doormat that says, "Was Rachel and Ross on a break?" And for delivery, it says delivery driver was Rachel and Ross on a break, and then there are 2 arrows that said yes or no, and then the delivery driver can cast their vote by
That's
putting
fun.
like whatever. I thought it was funny. Okay, so anyway, this is Lane & Lotus. This is in their already gold zebra sock, which I think is so fun with the little like zebra effect that it has there.
Yeah.
And it's 100% superwash merino. It's super soft. It's 437 yards, which is actually a good amount. So this is going to be a single skein shawl, I think, as well. Not sure which one.
Say not socks.
No, I'm not going to do socks. I want to do a shawl. Single skein. I've never done a one skein shawl before. So I think I'm just going to knit one. Either the hipster light or something similar to that.
I don't think you would
something
like
with a lot of drape.
You wouldn't like the hipster light because you didn't like the crisscrosses in the shawlography, and it has those. So
I did like those.
I would think so.
I love the crisscrosses.
You know which one you should do? The one that
listen to what I'm saying.
I hear you. I acknowledge your.
Well, because I didn't.
I acknowledge your crisscross.
I didn't feel validated.
I can't wait to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, to get a break.
I'm just gonna go sit.
Can you get
somewhere.
junk food?
No, nope. So Tristan from Dragon Horde Yarn has like a step one shawl of singles. I think it's a single skein shawl that's called something steps or stairs or something like that, so that you could look at. For
yeah, I think it'll be really, really gorgeous as a single skein.
Do you know that one kind of reminds me of Shatara as well? It must be the yellow and the black.
Must be. Bees are also yellow and black.
That's not bee yellow though. This is more bee yellow than that's bee yellow.
Just be yourself.
Done.
Okay, so and then I got one more thing from there.
I got 2 more things. So first up is I got some other fox needle stoppers from why can't I think? Pine and
Fox and Pine.
Fox and Pine. Fox and Pine stitches. So these are foxes. Oh my gosh. Fox and Pine stitches. Somebody reach out to them. They need to make a marled fox one.
Why don't you reach out to them? They
Canadian
reach out to us.
Canadian marled fox.
Oh, great idea.
I would like a Canadian marled fox project bag as well.
Okay.
But look, isn't it adorbs? So cute.
It is so cute. Her
So Unu carries them.
yes, they have a whole bunch.
They have a ton.
Yeah.
I think more are coming, more like holiday, seasonal themed ones.
Holiday
Okay.
themes.
You go again.
Okay, this I thought was really cute. They had they got a big shipment of Katrinkle's accoutrement, and so because I was on Sleeve Island with my sweater, I thought that this was appropriate. So it's a needle gauge, also is a row counter, and it also trims your yarn. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a little, yep. So there's an end cutter there. And I thought it was fun. And it's like summery, Sleeve Island. What do you think those things are, bottles? Or
Where?
sleeves? Oh, they're sleeves sitting on the island. Oh, how funny. Those are sleeves.
Are they?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sleeve Island.
They do. I see where you're coming from, though. I do see a bit.
Oh, and there's a little ruler there as well. So I thought that was fun. Got that from Katrinkles. And then I think that's it. I think that's it.
I got one more thing.
From there for me.
I just want to see 3, 4, 5.
Are you counting the amount of patterns?
Yeah.
It should tell you in the front.
I don't know if it did. I didn't pay attention. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 11, 12. Okay. So I got this book. You know me, I love a dishcloth. But I thought it'd be fun to try some new ones. And I saw this. I just grabbed it. I actually think this was the first thing I grabbed. Mm-hmm. It says right there, 13 designs. And so it has instructions on, to just some basic knitting, cast on, knit, purl, do some yarn overs. There's some cabled ones in here.
That's a lot of work for a dishcloth.
Cables? I'm not doing cables. But there's like a waffle stitch. There's one called Gentle Waves, which looks like
pretty.
some like yarn overs and knit two togethers.
Slip stitches.
There's a zigzag one, which actually I'll probably knit because I like that one. Right, so here's the zigzag one.
This book is linked below. Their Amazon link is below, I think.
Yeah. So
but I also, like I said, have you and you linked too.
Okay.
Okay.
So then.
Oh wait.
Yep, you have those.
But wait, there's more. So this is where, with the shop hop, some of the stores did some additional things.
I think they all had a pattern.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, we didn't get the one from New Haven, did we? That's okay. So this was the free pattern, the pattern that came with doing the shop hop, and it's brioche. I don't know if you can see. It's a brioche cowl. It's got really a heart. Pretty. It's really pretty. It's got a heart in there. It's 4 large brioche hearts evenly placed around the circumference. It's called Big Hearts Brioche Cowl. I'll have that linked below because it's also on Ravelry. And this is by Rachel, who's the owner of You and You. And also, this is the kit. Now, they had another pattern there. And we saw... so Pat... Is Pat the woman from Silver Key Stitches?
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm really bad.
I'm typically really good with names, and I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, Rachel and Pat partnered on creating this this as well, and anyway, it's really pretty shawl, and they had a kit. They had kits there, and I was 5 seconds away. And I actually said, "Oh, Kevin's gonna kill me." But look how pretty that is.
It was very nice.
It was gorgeous.
Because they had the sample at...
Mm-hmm. And this is called the Triboulet shawl. A Triboulet. I don't think that you say the T, but it's either Triboulet or Triboulet.
So there's some mosaic stitches, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. So that's fine. Yeah, I'll have this link down below if you guys are interested. You use...
DK.
2 skeins... 2 skeins and half a skein of a 50 gram. So 250 yards for the main color, and then 50 grams.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, half a skein of 125 yards of a.
Yeah, so you can probably get away with 1 skein of DK. You may need to dip into a second one depending on the yardage of the DK.
Yeah, there's some lace, mosaic. Fun.
All right. So that was our trip to You and You. And afterwards, we went to Knit New Haven. And I picked up
some chicken now.
2 things from Knit New Haven. How many things did you pick up from there?
Nothing. What did I get from there?
Really? You didn't bring it up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It was on super duper clearance.
Okay. So first, I'll just go. I just got this Barocco Remix Light. I think this is new. It's fingering weight, right? And this is the colorway. Well, let's just talk about this. So it's 30% nylon, 27% cotton, 24% acrylic, 10% silk, 9% linen. This right here, y'all, is the mutt of yarns. This is everything in it. Mm-hmm. And
it's all recycled, which is really great.
It is. And they had a sample in there, and that's what sold this to me. It was a baby sweater, cardigan.
Yeah, it was cute.
With 2 or 3 buttons up here. I have no idea what the hell the name is now. So I'll have to call them and find out. This is the color 6997.
Oh, that's a great color.
I know.
I don't know how they got that.
One of my favorite Crayola crayons.
For sure.
It's just really, really...
There's so many fights over that color when I was a kid.
Do you need something back there?
I was looking for the other remix, the worst but seeing if it was available for grabbage, but it's not.
But yeah, I thought the sweater that they knit, it was a one-name sweater too. It was really cute. So that's what this was for. It was in this color as well, so that's why I got it.
Do you think we have too much yarn?
No, because this is not real.
No, huh?
No. Just these shelves are.
Yeah, right.
All right.
So I did end up buying a lot of yarn.
A sweater's quantity.
Well, I bought 13 skeins of yarn. They were making room on their shelves so I was helping them make room on their shelves to bring in some new product. They had Quince & Co. Owl on super duper clearance.
Which Quince & Co. is another actually really beautiful yarn.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous
yarn.
Knit with it before. It reminds me, it's Brooklyn Tweedish.
Mm-hmm. So I bought 7. They had this package together. 7 skeins of this cinnamon color. Oh, and it's actually called cinnamon.
You could only buy it together. Like, you had to buy it as it was packaged.
Right, so they were getting rid of... And wait till you see the price that I got on it. So this is 120 yards. They're 50-gram skeins. Excuse me. Worsted weight. It's...
Oh, why did I think it was DK?
No, it's worsted. So it's 50%... Oh, it's 50% wool, 50% alpaca. And... So it's really, really lovely.
It is. It's coming to... It almost looks like terracotta-y-ish on screen,
camera, but it's definitely a reddish. It's more cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got 7 of those for $48. What? That's great. And they're normally like $17 a skein, something like that, I think. I don't know. There's no price on it. I shouldn't be saying things that I don't know.
There you go again.
What if I take this... Oh, do you hear my stomach?
I do hear your stomach. You're hungry.
I'm starving. It's only 10 o'clock, though.
No, it's not. It's like 11, almost 11:30.
No, we started this at like 9. Oh, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, so that, and then they had a mix of 6 skeins in a couple of blues. So I have 2 more of this one, I think, and then another one of this like grayish blue. So these are the colors that I have. This one is Huckleberry. This one is Jay. This is pretty.
Yeah, that's probably
really
my
pretty. Yeah, mine too.
favorite.
Well, this one's nice too. And this is Cielo. Cello. That's really pretty too.
And what are you going to knit with this?
So I want to do a sweater.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that this could be like a main color, and then these will be like my...
I think that has to be, right? You have the most
Well,
of that
or
one.
I could just stripe the crap out of it. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them all together.
Well, this you have the most of.
Yeah, but still not. I don't know. We shall see. But it's nice to have in stash. So my 6 skeins was $41.40. And this is how they were packaged. They were in
They were in bags that are downstairs.
They were in like big bags.
You felt embarrassed, so you didn't want to bring the big bags up.
No, I didn't want to have... We have so much stuff. I still have more to show. Do you?
I have one thing left.
Well, okay.
So you keep going.
That's it from our purposes.
Thou who was not strong.
Listen, I shopped. I got everything. I got this on sale.
Wait, that wasn't the end of Knit New Haven.
Yes. Oh, yes. No,
all right, so the last thing we got was a Notion, which I saw this and I was like, I love this thing.
Yeah.
All right, so this is from Exchanging Fire.
I didn't link this down below. We have to bring this downstairs so I can...
Look at this Notion holder. So, you unclasp it, and it opens up like this. Each of these are individual compartments that do not combine.
Right.
So, what I did is I put...
And this is a compartment as well.
This is too. So this opens up. I would say that this would be a really smart spot for...
scissors.
Scissors.
Mm-hmm. Small scissors. Or maybe even like a...
I was just going to say...
measuring tape or something?
Did I just break mine? No. I was actually just going to say, can I fit these in there? So...
I don't know. They're a little wide.
I know. That's what I'm going to check.
Oh, maybe not.
All right. So I put some light bulb stitch markers. I'm going to put progress keepers here. I just have to get the rest that I want. And then this, definitely, you could put a small pair of scissors in. You, can I put these in? I can.
Well, I don't know. They might pop. Oh, you did. That's cute.
And I put. And there you go.
Yeah. So I got a red one.
I love this.
I have to organize it.
We have, we should have, a good like year or so ago, we have a big plastic one that we got from Home Depot that I guess would be used for like nails and screws. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't work well.
Right.
I mean, it works fine for what it is, but
sometimes they
it's
can
huge.
mix, and then sometimes they mix together.
And I'm a little neurotic, and I like to have them separated by color, so I don't like when my colors mix and my stitch markers. It actually kind of frustrates me quite a bit. So I picked my 4. These aren't even my 4 favorite, but that's what we have for now. But I love it. I might buy more of these because I like them.
There's no need right now.
Let's not talk about shopping. Please continue your spending.
Fine.
Do you know what's so funny is that a lot of the times too we don't even know what the other person buys. Like if it comes in the mail, we don't discuss it.
Sometimes.
Very rarely.
This was the last skein of the Lolo Did It Star Wars Club. And we took some. Last time we talked about it, we were talking about like, oh, is it going to be green? What color is it going to be? And so it came. So for those of you who are also part of this club and haven't received yours yet, you can definitely look away. But I got this.
You got it
2 weeks ago, I think.
I think the same day that we podcast ended.
Mayhaps. It might have come along with
Knit and Bro.
So this is the final color. You ready? 3, 2, and 1. I love this one.
Me too.
This is Grogu.
So it was what we thought.
It was. There were definitely some greens.
Green
we were
for
more,
Endor.
Yeah.
Or like Ewoks.
Yeah. And I love this base. It's so soft.
Her 8515 is such a beautiful base.
It is a gorgeous base. And because we did the club, it says, thank you for being part of our Star Wars club. This was so much fun for us to dye. They sent a pin.
Love it.
I love it too. So I should have pulled down the other ones, but I did not.
They're right there, though.
Oh, all 3 of them. You're right. So let's see. I mean, I don't know. I was thinking about like potentially putting them all together in something, but I can't do it.
No.
It's it's a little much.
If you went,
actually,
no,
I don't know.
This way, orange with the
purple,
blue.
Oh, the blue.
Yeah, and then the red and the green. Maybe if you kind of went that way, this would. I feel like the blue could tone this down a bit,
but it also pick up some of the colors
some of the blue.
Anyway, these are the 4 colors that came with the entire club. It's done. I think these are fun, really fun skeins. I don't necessarily think that they would go well together, but they're at least fun to look at, right?
Right.
So I mean, these could definitely add a nice pop to like a Stephen West shawl or something like that.
Yeah. Or you could really use them to crochet a blanket.
I think that's what we talked about, isn't it?
I have no idea what we talked about.
I think I might put this in a blanket.
I think
we were going to turn this into a blanket.
Why?
I was going to turn it.
I was going to say, why do you keep saying
because,
we? Like, we got this club.
Because we are a partnership.
You got that club.
We are a partnership, and we are in this together.
We are only a partnership when you want us to be a partnership.
No, that is a complete lie. You don't want to hold my hand. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, I can't put that back right now. So, that's that. I also have one more thing to show. Okay. This is a combo of Breaking the Bank and Owl Post. So
I don't know what this is.
Yes, you do. So I mentioned last podcast. I can't.
Cuteness.
It's adorable, and I was too late to get the size that I wanted, but it's okay because I still got it.
You all got to stop I gotta stop following you all on
I know.
Insta.
I have to stop with the Instagram. So Ginger snapped that on Instagram. I had mentioned the last podcast that they were coming out with a s'mores colorway and a bag to go along with it, and a little stitch marker if you were to buy the whole like kit. So I set a timer. I was right there. They sold out so fast with the larger bag, but I was able to get the smaller bag. So here's what I got. You guys ready? It's so freaking cute. What? How freaking precious is this? The quality of the bag is amazing, by the way. So, it's Ginger Snap that. It's a wireframe bag. This is the small one.
I can't
either.
I can't literally deal with that fabric.
Look at the inside, which I didn't even
I
didn't
don't know
even
that
pay attention to the inside at all. But they're owls, like all in camping gear. This one has a backpack on. How freaking cute! And I got the sock set. I can't.
Why do you wind it up today
gonna.
and cast on socks?
Yes. Look at that. Do
You should eat a damn s'mores
I need
right
to
now.
eat a s'mores. I'm starving. This says Laugh S'more, Worry Less sock set.
So good.
It's on their dust fingering weight, 75-25, 75% merino, superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's the total yardage of the sock of everything is 555 yards. It's a 20 gram mini, 100 gram. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's so
it's a good
perfect,
set.
so perfect. But wait, you ready for this? Because I just can't. I didn't open this up yet. I should probably open it so you can get the full effect of how freaking cute this is. I mean,
I
come
love
on.
it.
Come on. So this is by Whimsy and Sassy.
So cute.
So how... Oops. What a freaking fun...
Yeah, that's a really fun set.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm Sorry, I got very excited.
Oh, stop.
So I am going to... Oh my gosh, this one has binoculars. I can't. So this is going to be my cast on today, probably. I'm going to do vanilla socks because I just need a vanilla project. I'm sorry, all that want me to do some funky socks, but I can't. I got to do vanilla. Do vanilla socks in this... Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, if you hurried up.
Okay, and then last, they sent a giveaway. Some things for us to give away.
Yeah.
I didn't open these. Sorry for the crinkling. But you should really see... Sorry. Okay. So this is Buffalo Plaid Squishy DK 75-25 DK
Smart.
sock set.
Really good. Really good.
Right?
Yeah.
So nice. And also, this one is Whine a Little, Laugh a Lot. This is on their Tweety DK, which is an 85% superwash merino, 15% Donegal Neps. This is also DK. I think... Are the girls over at
Cozy Up?
Cozy Up doing a pattern with her tweed?
I don't recall.
I don't recall either. It sounds familiar. But I'm giving these away. We're gonna give these away.
Yep.
So we'll put this in our prize bin. I have no idea. I think we just got to start doing some giveaways. Maybe on our next live, when we do a live, we'll just start randomly giving away things to people that are on the live and then having us contact. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
This is how... You know what? It's really funny because...
Do you see this shit show that we have going on?
No,
right now?
because I literally...
Stop judging.
No. When I watched The Grocery Girls the other day, this is how it happens.
What?
It literally the same thing just happened that happened there. So they were talking about Edmonton Fiber Frolic. Mm-hmm. And...
We should do one. We should
Stop.
start our own in Stratford.
No, stop. So Joey's like, oh, we should have a knit night there. And Tracy just stops. She's like, and this is how it starts.
Oh.
We should have this. We should put together bags. We should do this. And then Jody's like, yeah. And then a week later, I was like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, this is how it starts. Is something. I think this is how Stephen West Knit Along started. Is I just said Westies Unite, and then you were like, oh, we should do a Stephen West Knit Along.
Yeah.
And
so,
that's how stuff happens.
Sure.
Here.
I think.
Don't say sure. Like.
I think what happens is I think we just are so excited about all of this, right? The community, I know you're mocking me with your eyes, but I'm just going to keep talking. Like, just, it gives us a lot of like positive energy, and it's super exciting. And we talked about this last night.
We did, and I was just thinking about that.
It's so funny how everything connects. So last night we were watching iRock Knits, Corey Eichelberger's latest podcast. And in it, she was talking about, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Well, not if you were, just the difference.
Yeah, the difference between the two.
The difference between the two.
And you know, how sometimes it drains you, sometimes certain things drain you, sometimes certain things can, like, you know, feed you and give you more energy, type of thing. So Kevin says last night, he's like, which do you think we are? And I said, I think it depends on like what the situation is. And so we said, like, last year with Rhinebeck, for example, it was so overwhelming, right? And like there was like so many people that we talked to, and so much like yarn and stimulation.
There was
right?
so much,
and you would think like, oh gosh, that's so exhausting. But we were so energized by it, and that we even went back the second day, which we weren't going to. And so we were talking about that. So I think that's what this is. I'm so excited seeing all these things in front of us that I just want to, like, right now cast everything on.
No,
open up a pop-up yarn shop of our own, and just like,
no, but you just said that you were going to schedule a live and have giveaways during the live.
Yeah, because right now I'm so here for it.
So we're going to bring it back a little bit, and let's talk about what we've been reading and watching, because that's all the
knitting content. If you don't care about how we spend our time.
All right. So we've already talked about that. We've started watching Supernatural from the beginning.
Yeah.
We also watched the first episode of She-Hulk, which was very entertaining.
I liked it.
I love her too. Yeah. I love her from Orphan Black, one of my favorite shows ever.
Too. If you guys have never seen that, totally watch it. She is an incredible actress.
Fantastic in that. I finished my rewatch of Teen Wolf, the TV show that aired on MTV, because the movie should be coming out by the end of the year, and I wanted to rewatch it. It took me forever. I enjoyed it thoroughly this time around.
Me too.
You didn't watch it this time around. Stop speaking. What else are we watching? Oh, I started watching Vikings. I'm only like 2 to 3 episodes into that. Yeah, I needed something after Teen Wolf.
I didn't know that you were watching that.
Yeah, that's like my Thursday, Friday watch. Or when you're depressed and you go upstairs to bed early, it's something I could throw on. What else did we watch? Oh, we're rewatching The Matrix. So we watched the first 2. We have 2 more to go now.
Well, our intention was to watch the latest Matrix, but we didn't really remember the second and third one so well.
So we wanted to rewatch that. So that's kind of where we're at. And then reading, I finished Fish Out of Water by Amy Lane. It's a male romance drama-y thriller. The 2 characters I want to say are Jackson and Ellery. Jackson's a PI, Ellery is a lawyer. Jackson comes from like a very not poor family, but yeah, like he's had a troubled youth. His mother was a drug addict, and she worked at night.
The oldest profession.
The oldest profession. Ellery's from like East Coast, Boston, wealthy family, mothers in politics. So they shouldn't work, but they do. They're in the first book, they work on a case where Ellery's, that's a lie. Ellery's the lawyer. What did I just say his name
I don't know.
was?
Did you just drop the F-bomb?
You've dropped several bombs.
No, not the F-bomb.
Maybe. I forget his name already. It's not You know why? Because the character in the other book I'm reading begins with an L as well.
Okay, regardless.
Whatever. So I finished reading that one. This is very graphic, the book. Even the naughty bits are a little bit more naughty than normal. So they work together in the first book to get his brother off from a murder charge of a cop.
Okay.
They end up... and then it leads kind of into the second book, which is called Red Fish, Dead Fish. That one was a little bit darker. These are all really dark. And the main character is so damaged. Like, you kind of want him to go to therapy, honestly. I kind of want him to go to therapy. So this one I read, and they were trying to capture somebody from the first book. So it just kind of like tied over. It takes place 6 months later. This one was a little bit darker than the first one. There's some triggering stuff in there. So I took a break from those just because they're so like heavy. And I moved on to a book called Unsold by Will White. This book it's part of a very large series. In the village, the Sacred Valley where the characters live, children are tested at the ages of 6, 7, and 8 typically, and by the elders, and they put their hand in like this bowl of liquid, which is called madra, and depending on how it reacts to them, they are then like classified as one of 4, I'm going to call them like
classes?
Yeah. Oh, no. We'll say skills. So it's like an enforcer, somebody who works with a spear, somebody who like reshapes Madra. So it's just kind of like disciplines, 4 disciplines.
Okay, good.
So the main character, he goes, puts his hand in, and nothing happens. So he brought shame kind of to his family. He is an unsold, so they said he has no soul. Oh. So, and then it goes 8 years later. He's now 15 or 16. Tries this every year to see if like he kind of gets a soul. But so you're following him along this path, and he's just looked down upon. He's brought shame to the family, shame to the clan. He doesn't bring anything to them. And he just wants this so bad. He wants to be a member of his family and his clan. And but there's these segments that happen where it's almost like a computer program's talking to somebody. So you're like, what the hell's going on? So kind of what you find out is that actually I found out last night, they call this planet that they live on the cradle. They're the babies of evolution. So there's this higher species out there who like kind of intervenes here and there. Mm-hmm. And there was some intervention that happened. So now I'm interested to see where this character life turns.
Sure.
He found a way to use his Madra. It's almost like a chi, type of thing. To use it, the little bit that he has. So it's interesting. It's definitely different from something I've read. I like the world building so far, but it's a pretty big series. So we'll see how long I keep going with it. And that's what I've been reading. You may go. And you definitely need to eat. I can hear it.
I'm a growing boy. Okay, so I don't know. I think I mentioned that I finished... Oh, actually, we could probably look at my show notes.
You didn't finish Priory last time.
I didn't?
No.
I know I didn't.
I'll pull up the show notes while you...
So, I finished the Priory of the Orange Tree, finally. I just realized apparently it's going to be a series. I do not intend to continue the series just because it was really too long for me. So, I thought it was good. I gave it... Although I gave it 3 out of 5 stars just because the build-up took so long. and I just kind of I wanted to. I couldn't find it either, which is so weird. So I don't know why it's not like shareable.
Yeah, I don't know where it went.
I have it now, but I had to like actually do a search for it, which was bizarre. So yeah, this is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. It dealt with like dragons and some magic. It was just it just was too long for me, drawn out a little bit. Then I listened to The Grand Hotel by Scott Kenemore. Now, this was really an interesting book. I'd never really listened to anything like it. So The Grand Hotel. The description of the book is: welcome to the hotel where nobody can check out. When a desk clerk welcomes a group of tourists into his mysterious and crumbling hotel, the last thing he ever expected was that one girl on the tour might hold the power to unravel the hidden mystery that lies in its walls. The Grand Hotel is a horror novel by esteemed author Scott Kenemore that takes the reader on a thrilling ride that interconnects a series of stories narrated by the desk clerk of the Grand Hotel. While it's not known whether or not the desk clerk is actually the devil reincarnated, it is strange that many of the people who come for a tour of the hotel never leave. As the narrator takes you deeper and deeper into the heart of the hotel, he starts wondering if all the secrets that have been hiding for so long may soon start to show themselves. While he's quite ready for the experience, the real question is if the rest of the world is. It has nothing. It's not what the book is about. No. So it was really interesting. I loved it. I actually loved it. I did give it 4 out of 5. I thought it was really interesting. So the narrator is great in this book, and you basically what happens is this group of people come into the hotel. It's a large, grand hotel, and they have a lot of questions, and he offers to take them on a tour of the hotel. So that part's true. They end up going to different places and so like they arrive someplace in the hotel, and then there's somebody there to tell a story. And so that person is then telling us their story, and there's some like ghost things that their stories and like mysteries, things that are just like, like those unsolved mystery kind of things, scarier things they talk about, and then the group moves on, and some of the groups stay behind to like talk to the people or whatever. It was really cool to like hear the different stories. You do learn something at the very end about the tour guide, but it was very entertaining. It was very entertaining. I really kind of liked it. And now I'm currently reading, because I think that's all that I read. Actually, does it show like the last thing that I finished?
So you have on here,
or that I was reading. Okay, so book 6. So I did also finish, probably the day of the podcast 2 weeks ago, the Elyssim series, the Fire and Brimstone Scroll 6. I gave that book a 4 out of 5. I give the entire series probably about a 3.5 to 4 stars. It did tie everything up together. This is with the angels.
Oh, yeah.
Tied everything all together. There was a very happy ending. They fast forwarded like 15 years into the future, so you can see that their story was happily ever after. I thought also this ended up getting drawn out a little bit too, and it was very different. The end was very different than how it started, and I kind of prefer the earlier books than the later books.
Okay.
There was a lot of naughty bits, and some of the naughty bits were just unnecessary and just there to just be dirty.
Fill space.
Yeah. And so that was that. I am currently reading, though, 2 things. One, I just started yesterday listening to The Accidental Alchemist, which so far is really lovely. It's by Gigi Pandian? Pandian? Panam. It's The Accidental Alchemist, and I'm listening to this on Audible. It's Zoe Faust is an herbalist, alchemist, and recent transplant to Portland, Oregon. She begins unpacking her bags. She can't help but notice she's picked up a stowaway, a living, breathing 3.5-foot gargoyle, Dorian. He's no simple automaton, nor is he a homunculus. In fact, he needs Zoe's help to decipher a centuries-old text that explains exactly what he is. And so, come to find out, she's an alchemist. She's lived for quite a while. And it's a 3-foot gargoyle that's now come to life and interacting with her. She buys this house that's falling down in Portland, Oregon, and she wants to, replace it.
Fun.
Yeah. And then I'm reading Spellbreaker by Charlie Holmberg. Holmberg?
Can I see is that book 2?
It better not be book 2.
No. It's just the cover looks like another book that I read called Paper Magician.
No, this is Spellbreaker. This is very interesting. It takes place in England in the 1800s, and it's from the same person that did the Paper Magician.
See, I knew that looked familiar. I have that whole series. I only read the Paper Magician though.
Oh, how fun. It's not not connected. So, there are 2 kinds of wizards in the world. Those who pay for power and who can cast spells, and those who can break those spells. Spellbreakers are very, very rare, and you are you have that ability already to break the spells. And so, as a wizard, you have to pay for spells. So, say I wanted to learn a levitation spell, I would buy the spell, and then I would inscribe it on my body. I would read the spell, I would absorb the spell, and then I would be able to then cast the spell. There are different levels of wizards. You can only have so many spells. The stronger you are, the more spells you can have, fill you up. And it's very interesting where there's a little bit of a mystery there. There was a spell cast on a person to make this person sick. And Elsie, who's our main character, discovers that. She also works for this group of people who want to have her tear apart some spells that are causing damage and from evil people and stuff. So it's really interesting. I'm really liking the story. It's very sweet. I'm over halfway done. It's very entertaining. I will definitely read the second one. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay. Well,
that was a lot.
I think that's everything. Yeah, we talked a lot today. We had a lot to show.
I think we just got a delivery.
Oh, I am expecting some Amazon stuff for dyeing. It's all stuff I got for dyeing.
Great. We've taken out a 3rd mortgage on the house now. I'm just kidding. No, we don't do drugs or anything. So this is what we spend our money on.
All right. Well,
Nobody
guys,
take vacations.
Thank you very much for hanging out for us for the last 2.5 hours.
Lovely.
If you stuck around, be sure to remember the knit-alongs, the make-alongs.
You didn't do coupon codes.
I didn't do coupon codes. I apologize. They're down below. They're also in the Ravelry thread. And then until next time.
Until we meet again.
Hope you guys have a good
fortnight.
2 weeks, and we will see you in a fortnight.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.